unaona zikitolewa na huku in national parks. Usually the guys think ati hao watu wanakuja tu biashara. Inaweza kuwa those minerals sasa zinakuwa zinachukuliwa, zinapelekwa na hao Wahindi huko JKIA, through our MPs and those leaders here in Kenya, and then they are taken overseas. At this moment, we cannot believe those guys. It is not just business. Me, in my own thoughts, this is not just business as usual of freights and taking cargo from one place to the other. Hii serikali hata inaweza kuwa tu imeamua sasa hii ni kuchukua vitu ikipeleka outside country wakificha huko. The other day we saw Governor Vinya Ndeti, pesa yake inatolewa huku inapelekwa sijui mpaka UK. We have seen so many times JKIA, mtu ameshikwa na nini, mtu ameshikwa na hii. So this might be the tail end of that. Sasa MP anaweza chukua kitu aipitishie hapo hivyo tu JKIA, because the Adani group cannot report some of the politicians because hao ndo wamewaweka hapo, alafu wanapeleka vitu nje. Wanaweza kuwa sasa huyu baba Shairini ameamua sasa ni kuiba this country to the deep down. Akuwa anachukua hizo pesa akijipeleka outside country, na the Adani group huko hata hawawezi wafanyia search huko JKA. So guys, let us not just see it as a business. Hii ni ukora imeletwa hapa ya kuhamisha vitu zetu kuzitoa huku Kenya kuzipeleka outside country. So let us be very vigilant. Let us wake up tomorrow or today morning. Let's match those who will be able to match to JKIA. Those who will not be able to match, let us use any possible platform. Mi nakwambia kesho na hata ni mkutano ya pikipiki iko huku, si ati hata ni anything to do with JKIA. And I know I'll be amongst the first people to speak. I'll first address the governor. Now my first issue will be that of JKIA. Hii mambo ingine tunaenda kuongelea kesho ya pikipiki, it can wait. Hakuna kitu ingine tunaongelea. I will tell her to tell the boss. Personally mimi nimechoka na I'm feeling like nimechoka kabisa. So guys, usikuwe na kisingizio ati you are not in Nairobi, I will not make it JKIA. Whenever you are, whenever place utapata chance, we tell your leaders, tell your MP, tell your governor, tell everybody possible mwenye hata anaweza fikia Ruto that we don't need the Adani group deal. Number 2, as I wind up, nataka kusema hivi, after we succeed, because I know I'm a very optimistic guy. I know we shall succeed because Mungu ametuongoza. So after we succeed, let us make sure that if there is lawyers in this space, let us make sure that all those people who sat down to discuss about that deal, jusi ati discussiwa ati na wanyama na huko nje. It is some of the MPs, some of the politicians, they are the ones who sat down, discussed about that deal, they signed, they even came to a conclusion that this is the money needed to be paid. Hao watu wote after we have succeeded, mtu wote mwenye aliweka saini yake ama mwenye alikuwa ameketi chini kuuza hii country ama kuuza hiyo JKA, they must be taken to a court of law. It is not things as usual. Hao watu wote wenye waliketi chini, kwa sababu sidhani okay, ama nashindwa kuelewa how like less than 10 people or even less than 20 people wataketi chini waongelelee kitu yenye ni ya 55 million Kenyans na hata hakuna mtu amewapea ruhusa. Au ni wezi, they are not even, au si hata si wezi, I don't even have a good name to call them. So after that, because I know we shall succeed, juu Mungu atatuongoza na we shall succeed, because the power of the sauti ya watu ni sauti ya Mungu. We say that the voice of the people is the voice of God. We shall come out in large numbers, make sure that we get our JKIA back, and we get it back. Lawyers and advocates in this space, make sure please that hiyo deal yenye ilisainiwa, we get those guys, let them be taken to court. I don't know they will be charged with what, because I'm not an advocate, but muhakikishe at least wame step into court. And finally guys, as we said in this space and in other spaces, hii mambo yote tutaimaliza kabisa 2027. So as a young person, make sure you have an ID, you have a vote, and 2027 hii serikali yote tunaitoa kutoka juu mpaka chini, like na msiwahi sahau. I hope you not forget guys. Today hata niliona ati jamaa mwingine ameweka post hapo ati hapa Twitter, and I'm finalizing by the jamaa mwingine ameweka Twitter hapa hivyo, post hapa hivyo Twitter ati we are going to elect Babu Owino, somebody like Babu Owino. Babu Owino even doesn't deserve to hold any public seat. Today marks almost 4 years since alishoot ule jamaa DJ Ilvo. Huyo jamaa leo hata ndo waliongea for the first time. Like saa hii ndo waliongea for the first time. Lakini akisimama mbele ya watu anaonekana ni kama ni mtu mzuri, anga sijui juu ya opposition. Msiwahi sahau vile hao majamaa wametufanyia. Imagine mtu alishoot mtu kwa club. Huyo jamaa ameongea after 4 years. How do you think the parents are feeling? How do you think the near feelings? Nimeona huyo jamaa hata alibadilika kabisa, hata hajaitoka hata kwa wheelchair, like he will forever walk on that wheelchair. Na jabu huyo jamaa mwenye alifanyia hivyo bado anazunguka zunguka huko Kenya. Guys, let us not forget, even when 27 comes, let us not forget, na tutaendelea kuhold spaces kama hizi. And I thank KOT Sonko, you're one of those guys wenye wamekuwa so consistent about a change in this country, and God bless you. And even you, when the history of this nation will be written, I hope you will have a chapter there, because you have been so consistent, guys. Otherwise, mi nataka kuambia asanti, na niwakumbushe tena, let us use all the channels possible. Ukipata post ya hiyo Adani something, retweet that post. Ukipata mkubwa fulani kesho, muambie personally, mimi nimeamua hakuna kitu kingine nitaongelelea kesho. I don't even need to know the business we shall be having tomorrow. I will start with Adani, come rain, come sunshine. Otherwise, guys, nimekasirika vibaya sana. If I may have said something yenye haijafurahisha wase, pole, but nikukasirika bana. Huyu jamaa anatuuza, na finally utasikia hata tutahamishwa huku. This guy is very, mimi hata sijui nitamuelezea aje. Thank you so much and have a good night. And maybe finally you guys, anybody can follow me and I'll follow them back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kimbani. Inject it. In that meeting of yours with the governor, please inject it, kabisa. Alafu, the formula is this document here, feasible sijui nini, feasible something, page 444. You will find all the names of whoever attended those meetings to allow this thing to even be a thing in the first place. Sawa. So just go check it. You will find it there. Alafu mambo ni leo, by the way. We already crossed over. Today is 11th of September. We are not saying tomorrow we are occupying. We're saying today we are occupying. Wanafanya nini? Sawa. Let's support our brothers and sisters. Carry a bottle of water, a phone, a flag. Make sure you turn up. 6. Your hand was up first. So I'll go to 6. Then I'll go to Bimo. Last one. Hey, we're talking about anti-dictatorship. Alafu, you're bringing us Hitler's name here. Okay, so 6, Bimo, then Clinton. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So, I want to tell guys this. If you happen to call your parents back at home, tell them Adani is responsible for the kids who were burnt in Nyeri. Tell them Adani is responsible for all the prices that have risen for commodities in shops. Tell them Adani is responsible for the rise of fees in universities. Tell them Adani is selling this country and is responsible for all these bad things that are happening. In fact, tell them Adani Ruto is trying to marry the daughter Shalin to an Indian man in Adani. That's why they are forcing the deal so that he can benefit. Kindly, I told you, if you want to beat your enemy, you have to demonize everything that they are doing. Because if you don't demonize, your parents will not understand. Because when they start rallies, as Alfred Mutua said, they'll undo all the good things that we as a movement have done, and all the good things that Morara is trying to do. So I've told you the order of the day tomorrow is to write a text in the morning and tell them, Daddy, Mami, imagine kuna hii group inaitwa Adani, hao ndo wako responsible. Ruto anachukua pesa yetu anawatumia huko juu anataka waoe mtoto wake anaitwa Shalin, ameshindwa kupata bwana Kenya. So it has reached a point where your parents should know that who the enemy is. And if you don't let your parent know who the enemy is, we are going to lose. But now we have to start with the first step. In fact, tell them Adani is the reason why you don't have a job and you have studied and done engineering. They have taken Indians and they have given them contracts at the airport. Tell them Adani is responsible for all the people that died during the elections. Ruto was protecting the finance because of Adani, because they had threatened they will not marry off Shalin. You know, it is high time we have to do that. So that is the information I wanted to bring here, so that tomorrow, when you call your parents before we occupy, I mean today before we occupy, I was going to work, but I'll just carry my laptop. Kina Koino know me very well. Hata kama tutaingia huko JKIA tukae chini tufanye kazi, itabidi tufanye kazi kaa tumeoccupy. We are not going to stand and watch our country being taken. Personally, I hate William Ruto with passion. He has even blocked me here on Twitter because I asked him why. he bought one goat at 200,000 Kenya shillings. So he blocked me back in 2018 when he was still a deputy president. So that has been up to date. So guys, I want just to tell you there is nothing to fear, and there is something that I'll say here, and it is about tenacity. Tenacity is that feeling, that power you have to go on when giving up feels like it's the most attractive thing. So it's high time, that whatever is driving us now, it's adrenaline. It has reached a point where we have to go out in numbers. We have to wake up. We have to go and fight because this country belongs to us. As I've always said on all these spaces, William Ruto and his people are our employees, and we are the employers, and we should demand for good governance. We should demand for good services. It is a high time that these people should understand that we as a people, we command a lot of power. We hold a lot of power compared to whatever they hold. So guys, let's wake up very early in the morning and head to JKIA. Those who can go right now, it's high time you just take Ubers there and go there. Thank you.
So asante 6. I want to go to who had I said? Was it Bimo next and then Clinton next? Probably I forgot the order. But Bimo, please speak to us. And guys, please keep, as these guys are injecting our ground, we're here on this space. So keep injecting these hashtags. Hashtag stop Adani right now, please. So Bimo, hi.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Good morning, everyone. It's my hope that you are all doing well. Sijui nianze wapi, lakini Hadani nao sasa wamekuwa too much, and we have been singing this that the second wave is coming, the second wave is cooking, and this is the time not to act, guys. Mimi yani nasikia tu nimeboil sasa, nauliza natoka aje. Hebu sasa I'm currently niko Hembu, lakini nauliza nafaa nifike aje hiyo JKIA ni join the rest ku occupy. Like for real, nina huo uchungu la nikiangalia sector ya education, bado students are suffering, na nikiangalia bado kila sector yote yani imeumia. Alafu sasa saa hii nao imefika, yani JKIA nao wanataka kuiuza. This is our time now to talk in large numbers. The fear is gone. Kitu ya kwanza mimi nataka niwaambie, tafadhali wadau, kumbuka kina Rex walikufa. We should not forget that kuna wenye bado pia, kuna down pia imemwagika yani. We shouldn't forget the past. We should learn from it. Hello, tafadhali na obeni, kesho tutoke. Mimi vinyi niko hapa saa hii nauliza 6 inafika aje nianze ku travel hiyo JKIA ni occupy. I must. So guys, let's keep the fire burning. Let's push the hashtag, and I believe that together we can make it. Together we have the potential. We have got the energy to keep the fire burning, and then to keep it. Please guys, I heard you. Ikifika ni kesho, tafadhali. Hii saa hata si kesho, ni leo. Tafadhali, let's show up. Let's even try, hata kama ni wapi huko, tafadhali occupy your place yote. Wenye tutajaribu kufika JKIA, tufike in large numbers. Sikuwa na kusema, ila tu kusema tu muone wakati mwema na usiku mwema pia.
Sawa. Asante sana, Bimo. You heard him right, guys. The people's lives, guys. Since June 25th, how many lives have we lost? And if we allow this to happen, this is just like we're just spitting on their graves. We cannot let that happen. Clinton, I'll come to you first. I'll go to Clinton, Luton, DeSantis, then Diego, Masha, Salvi. I can see you guys there. Don't worry, please be patient with us. We'll get to you. Everybody get a chance to speak. But for now, Clinton, and then Luton, and then DeSantis.
Pressure.
Clinton, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning, fellow Kenyans.
Bad morning, fella.
Okay. Okay. For me, I'll start by telling Kenyans we should understand the powers that we have. Kenyans, we are the sovereign, and the sovereign means we have power over these politicians. The sovereign comes first, then the constitution, then the civil servants. The civil servants are Ruto, Murkomen, and these people who sold out JKIA. Mi nitawaambia kitu moja, dear Kenyans. Remember when Adani landed to Kenya? The day they landed to Kenya, KPLC switched off lights the whole country, and containers were seen being transported in JKIA. Ask yourself, what was in those containers? What was in those containers? We should be able to understand. Things are coming on our faces, but we can't see. So when tomorrow kesho ikifika, tupatane JKIA. The next thing I want to tell Kenyans,
Correction, Clinton.
apart from the
Clinton, correction. Si kesho ni leo. In a few hours, ni leo.
Leo, sorry, Leo. Okay. I don't know if you understand carbon credit and this called carbon credit. Yes, carbon credit and GMO. As we give civic education, yes, we are giving it tunasema mambo na barabara na infrastructure, but tuambie hawa wakulima wetu what comes, the disadvantages that are brought about with this thing called carbon credit. Our atmosphere will be affected, but we are not telling them what will affect their crops. We should be telling them what is affecting their crops, what is affecting their animals and stuff. Because ask yourself, dear Kenyans, our government is telling us tutumie jikokoa, and they are leasing 10% of our territory, the Mau forest, the Karura forest, and other bigger forests in our country, to USA. Ati wanawapea wa set up project za kuattract the carbon monoxide for our forest to absorb. But sisi na our pastoralist tunaambiwa tutumie jikokoa na to reduce the number of kettles because our cows zina release some gases that affect the atmosphere from the cow dung. Na hii pesa tunapatiwa, USA wanajua vizuri, tuko na debt distress, haitasaidia the common mwananchi, itarudi kulipa debt, na hiyo debt ni yenye Ruto anaiba. Kenyans, let's see this. Tell this mkulima out there what comes in with the GMO seeds. Ukipanda hiyo GMO seed, ukiipanda kwa ground, siku ya kuvuna ifike, hauwezi replant juu hiyo GMO seed, hiyo matunda inatoka kwa hiyo GMO seed, haina mbegu ati utareplant. Tell them how our parliament sold us with 40k, wakalambishwa 40k na Ruto, wakapass a bill that says, a ruling that says, ati kupatia mkulima mwenzako an organic seed is illegal. Ati sasa tupande GMO seeds zituletee cancer. Tell them that. Kenyans, where are we heading to? I get emotional wenasikia ati tuna lease our airport for 30 years, ati ndio a few terminals na runways zijengwe. Yet we have rich billionaires in our own country who we can give them, wa invest in those terminals, waongezee terminals na tuendelee bila kuuza airport yetu. Tutawapea tu tuambie jenga terminals 2 hapa, zikiingiza profit urudishiwe pesa yako na profit on top, as long as engineers na constructors wenye wako Kenya wale wazuri wana make wana fulfill the final end ikue fiti. Kenyans, we are the sovereign, and if we do not protect our country, then tutaisha tu hivyo. Ruto labda kuna nyumba US ama UK alipewa mansion yake fiti, yeye tukiwa colonized, yeye ataenda huko aishi huko. But for us, the poor, the oppressed, wenye hatuna kitu, tutaenda wapi? Na hapa ndio tulizaliwa. Tulizaliwa Mathare, tulizaliwa Kibera, tulizaliwa kwa slums. Tutaenda wapi? Tujiulize wa Kenya. Because we are leasing our airport for 30 years. Airport yetu ikienda, hapo ndio tunasikia watu Kisumu wanakufa, police post ikiwa tu hapo 5 minute steps na wanauliwa na panga. Kwani hao polisi hawasikii nduru? Hizo ndio bodies zinapelekwa JKIA, tutolewe kidneys, tutolewe nini, vitu za ndani zetu ziende zikauzwe. But we can't see. Sisi ndio wa kuandika hashtag, lakini atufiki. Tukisema ni JKIA, most of us atufiki huko. If you love your country, then you shall fight for it. I lost a friend by the name David Chege. Alishutiwa parliament, akili yake ikamwagika chini. Mnataka tukikosa kufaitia mtu kama huyo atijua aliingia parliament with a flag na simu na chupa ya maji? Kama mtamfaitia, nani atamfaitia? Nani ataambia mtoto wake? Hata kama baba alienda, I fought for him. Ona, barabara imejengwa hapa, mali ya kukuwa na barabara, mali tuliishi kuteta. Ask yourself. Mimi nitawaambia tu kitu moja. Tuimbe kila siku, daima mimi Mkenya, mwananchi mzalendo. Thank you. Thank you, Binti.
Thank you. Wait, Clinton, thank you very much. I'm not even going to speak. Let's just go to the next person. Kunta Kinte, I know you're here for a very long time, so allow me to just give you this chance, and then we'll go to some other new speakers. And Lutan, you'll be next. I can see your hand up. Then, sorry, data scientist, you'll be after that. So, Kunta, Lutan, data scientist.
Yes, guys, this is Kunta Kinte. Thank you for this opportunity. So I think we are not angry enough. This country is going and we are seeing. We have lamented for too long. It is now time to take action. Today in the morning, let us all rise and add to JKIA direct. If you have a friend, if you have a neighbor, please tell them, invite them, so that we tell William Ruto that this country does not belong to him. This country belongs to us. We are the owners of this country. Let us reclaim our country back. Let us not leave our country to be taken back by the imperialist. So I urge us that ikifika from 5, 6, let us stop hii mambo ya space, tuende ground, to occupy JKIA. It is our duty to protect our nation. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Tori, hold on. Can I just do a quick mic check with you? Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay, sawa. Okay. Thank you very much, Kunta. And you're very right. We need to be in the ground. So Mimi, I will hold this space as long as you guys want me to hold it. Like Yini, when it gets to 6, I will very happily ask Mabonga to shut it down so that we can actually focus on what's happening on ground. So I agree. Lutan, I said that you're going to be next. So Wendelea too, please, guys, carry on tweeting. Stop at hashtag stop Adani using Sauti Mwananchi. Our host here, Mabonga, you can't hear him speaking because he's already en route to JKIA. Sawa, so he's multitasking. What are you going to be doing today? Lutan, please speak to us.
Thank you very much, Binti. Thank you, Toria. Thank you, KOT, and all for tuning in this evening. It's a privilege joining this space. It's been long. So mine is just to echo the same one that most of the people have said about tomorrow. No, it's today, of course. So let's not keep speaking. Let's action about them. Personally, I'm a victim. I'll say I'm a victim of failed government. And up an example in it happened last week with Kenya Power at Roysambu, my area. Like Kenya Power wanakuja wanatoa inaitwa transformer, wanatoa transformer. Like, that was last week on Monday. Wanatoa transformer yenye imefanya kazi for almost 2 years. Wanakuja wanatoa, wanaenda nayo, wanasema si ya hii place, wanasema ni ya place ingine. Mazee tulikaa bila stima from Monday to Friday. You see, that's a good example of failed government. Ilibidi tumeenda kuprotest hapo, ilikuwa Thursday, tulienda tukaprotest hapo Kenya Power. Siku ya kwanza, ya pili tulirudi.
Hey, Lutan, we're losing you. Lutan.
Sorry, you can't hear me?
Okay, you're back now. Carry on, please.
Okay, thank you. I was saying Ajani, I think that story of Kenya Power went through well. So I'll say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So wacha turauke, wacha tuende huko JKIA, and then kuna ile I'm also like now I can't even walk to JKIA. I'll just echo words, and then I'll say a prayer for those who are going there because I'm on crutches as we speak, so I can't travel anymore. But kuna wale watu sisi hupiga kelele sana kwa social media manzi. And nitasema mazee, wacha tu action maneno. Tukisema ni kuenda, wacheni tutokee. Unasema like tunaweza tweet, but ikifika ni kuenda, inapata ni watu 20, watu 30 wanaenda. It doesn't make any impact. So wacha tuende, wacha tutokee, tuende tushikane mikono. Let's
Lutan, kwani connection iko wapi? Lutan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, but thank you. I think maybe my internet has a problem. I'll check on that and join some other time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just check on your internet and join again. It's past midnight. That minutes. Yeah, 12:30 past. So kindly guys, retreat. Stop Adani. #sauti ya mwananchi. And muite watu wengine, we join, we keep injecting as we continue. Let's all focus on stopping Adani mostly. That's our main agenda for today. Edgar, hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, man. Good. Take it.
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't think I'm going to take much of your time because I've actually been out of my house. Nimekuja nikagongewa kwenye nilikuwa, so I had to flee. So niko mahali kwingine. So here's the thing. We need to walk the talk. If we are saying that we need to go on the ground, we really need to do it because I mean, the likes of Kipchumba Murkomen should not even be holding office. I mean, this guy, imagine he was at the helm of the CS position responsible for transport, roads, and public works. This guy deliberately orchestrated blackouts, roof leaks, and making JKIA look like it's I know it's bad, but it's a very bad type of stuff. So after doing that, it was all sabotage against the staff at JKIA to justify the Adani deal. So that is how bad it can be. Then this guy went ahead to come on social media and tell us that he's creating a committee of I think 70 members, and they need 700 million or 700 whatever to sit down and make sure that they put things in order. Can you imagine? So if you're not angry, that needs to get you angry. If you're not angry to the fact that children are disappearing without a trace, you take your kid to school, they are banned kama nyama choma in dormitories, others disappear without a trace. That needs to get you angry. It's not a matter of now Gen Zs or whatever. This thing can affect anyone, whether you are young or old. These guys are selling our future, they are selling the future of our kids, and they are selling the future of our generation. And we do not have to support this. This is just, I don't know how greedy people get. You've already built your generational wealth. Someone like William Ruto, you already have money. What else do you want? How much do you want to loot from the people of this country to be satisfied as a person? You know, hata shetani anakaa anaangalia anasema huyu naye ni wa wapi? Even the devil himself anaangalia Ruto anashindwa huyu naye ni bazuki aje? I mean, how greedy can someone get? So guys, I know tomorrow we'll have so much propaganda in terms of Adani, because the state is preparing propaganda materials to divert attention and to divide you guys and to divide everyone on the timeline. But again, if you're not going to get angry enough, you have to get angry enough to fight for this country. Right now, the state wants to sanitize all this stuff in terms of Adani. They want to make it look like a very good deal. They will come with words like JKIA was leaking and all that stuff to justify why Adani should take over. It's something that is so unacceptable. So guys, kama ni kutokea mazee tutokee. It's a fight for a good cause. It's a fight for you, yourself, your kids, and the kids of your kids. Because if someone is going to take the airport for 30 years, 30 years from today, where will you be? Just ask yourself that question. Where will your kid be? You understand? And I actually saw the concessional contracts that Adani signed with the current government. It's 70-30. 70% goes to Adani, 30% goes to an individual in this country. How greedy can someone get? Anyway, thank you so much. I think I'm going to drop.
Thank you so much, Edgar. In fact, by there are some people who think they are the ones who own Kenya, and as if Kenya is their property. It's for the rich, in quotes, in Kenya. But Kenya is for everyone. Kenya ni home. Kenya should be respected. Adani is the cause of fires happening in Kenya. Adani is the cause of every bad thing happening in Kenya, trying to force their way in. Let's inform our parents so that they can also join us in stopping Adani today. Alejandro ama ni Alejandro? Hebu pick it up.
It's Alejandro. Thank you, guys. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I'd just like to say you guys need to be really, really brave collectively, and watch out for your spaces wherever you are. Well, I noticed since I started getting on these spaces, I have been told and it's just not just about myself, it's about everyone here. But let's not be frightened by them. We've all become persons of interest. So what you're doing here is more important than what the mainstream media is actually doing. And you've rattled feathers. His MO is to be like Stalin. I gave this thing that Stalin did. Apparently, this is what he did a little while ago. He got a chicken in front of his generals, and he plucked the feathers from the chicken, and he plucked every single feather from that chicken, and he told the general, "Now watch." He threw down some corn, some maize, and he fed it, and the chicken kept coming back, and he said, "This is how you control them. You take everything, and then you feed them in bits." Now, what the president has been trying to do, no, let me say, what this individual has been trying to do, he's been trying to control the masses using all fronts, media, PR. He's got this propaganda team. He's got people talking rubbish. In fact, I have this other guy dangerously saying, what's his name? I think it's David or someone, Itumbi. He was saying that he's very happy. They're very happy with what Mora is doing. And I thought that's really dangerous because they're trying to bring him down by using reverse psychology. Because obviously nobody wants to work for them. Nobody wants to work for the state. But for the uninformed masses, if you don't read through what they're saying, it'll sound like they're working together. Now, without fear, they cannot control anybody. This is what they do. They make sure they starve people, they frighten, and then they demoralize. And then that way they control every aspect of your life. When you realize that it's 1% that controls 80%, they throw fear to us. Every single day is bad news. And when you take bad news, there's no way you can operate because you're always on a what do you call it, fight or flight mode. There's a lot of people who really want to turn up at the airport, but then again they're thinking, oh, what if something happens to me? Or don't be afraid, just go. I've posted something as a reply on this space, and sometimes you can get inspiration from movies, cartoons, or whatever. It's from an animation that was done a while ago. I think it's Bugs. Yes, Bugs. And the example was they were complaining. They were saying, "Oh, it's nothing. It's just one ant that has actually done an uprising." They said, "Okay, just one ant." And they said, "How about this? 2 ants." And then he opened like the catch, and like 1,000 of these rocks rolled down. And he said, if you allow one to rise up, it's going to affect the whole system. Now, my main thing here is to do with Adani, the relationship between Adani, the president's daughter, KPLC. We had a space earlier on today, and I really beg people to make the connection. And I won't call them lost kids, the kids that were taken. This is it. I asked people in the afternoon, what's the relation between Adani, the president's daughter, and the airport, and the ambulances that were seen going towards the airport a few days ago, and when there was a blackout. No one had an answer. She is the blood ambassador. Now, what does that mean? No one cracked it. There's a big relation between who actually owns a contract with Adani. It's none other than that man himself, who's the president. No one else will have such access to the airport, tarmac to tarmac. Why? Why do they need 30 acres? Why do they need to go to Kenya and control the space? Why do they need that visa free? I mean, they're coming in with their family, and Adani is a family business. That's what they are. Why would 6 ambulances go straight to the airport? For what? How many sick individuals? If you've got 2 people per ambulance, are they dropping 6 bodies, six people to the airport, or are they picking up 6, or is it 12 sick people who've just landed? There's something more than what you see. There's always a story behind the story. Always that. I've come to a point whereby I don't fear anymore. So I have to share this. It's not a fluke that the lady, Charlene, is a blood ambassador. It's not a fluke that the dad, I know there's some people here who I have received a lot of things coming my way. There's he used to travel a lot more before he was the deputy. I'm talking about before he was a deputy. Why was he traveling? Why is it a problem for him now to travel? Why is it that she deals with blood? What does it have to do with him? Ask yourself those questions. Why does his health go up and down? You can tell he is not 100%. What's the market value of plasma, which he desperately needs? He needs that. Why is there a plan by the West to open a plasma? I had this name before. It's fractionization, a plasma fractionization, blood fractionization point in Kenya. Why? Why is there all that? Why all the bloodletting? Where did the kids go? We talked about child trafficking. We talked about organ harvesting. One liter of that, what they harvest from the kids, is worth $2.2 billion. 1 liter. It becomes so tiring and so draining not to speak the truth. This is uncomfortable truth. I always say, if you want to hear something nice, then say it to yourself. But it's beyond that. There's nothing nice to say to ourselves anymore. Because where did the kids go? I know people want to slaughter me when I say I know where they went. But we all know. Our gut tells us where the kids went. Why are people disappearing? I mean, the first time there was a fire, on that very day, I said it. I mean, you can look at my post. I said, this weekend, there will be another fire. That's what was promised. Evil doesn't sleep. These guys that we call our leaders are not our leaders. They sold us out, pennies to the dollar. They signed deals that now they have to pay. Why are all the politicians so quiet? Have they suddenly lost their conscience? Why do they seem so selfish? If you look at their eyes, it's like they've got no soul. Yes, they were all invited to parties. They all took something. They made an oath. They were compromised. This is why none of them are saying anything. I will tell you, DRC was a center for child trafficking. Kenya is now officially the center for child trafficking. Child trafficking, human trafficking, makes more money than the drug industry, simply because the drugs, it's a single-use item. It's like a condom. You use it once. But with human trafficking, they reuse them. They reuse them. Once they're done and they're wasted, it now comes to organ harvesting. And whilst they're harvesting the organs, sadly, people, I know the process of harvesting that adrenochrome I spoke about this afternoon. This is why I'm getting so many threats. But I have to tell you guys what it is. These guys are demonic. They worship someone totally different. The question I was asked, what's the difference between when the schools burn and the accidents on the roads. I'll tell you why and what the difference is. On the schools burning, it's Moloch that they're sacrificing to. With the bloodletting, with kids, people having road accidents, some weird stuff going on. The bloodletting is what they say. This is a blood sacrifice to this. This is not the burnt offering. It is deeper than anyone can imagine. It is deeper than that. Why is that former Mombasa governor dealing with the mines and blue economy and all that? They have full access to all the ports. Why? He's known for, what do you call it, for having a human trafficking ring. What happened to the witnesses? They were discredited. Why? I mean, there's so much that we can talk about now about the Kenyan telecoms company, that's Safaricom. Why do they sell your data? Nowadays, they don't even sell it. They hand it out for free because people are rising. They know where people are. If you guys can see, there's been a massive increase in the 5G towers. Why? Everything is connected. People aren't sleeping. People aren't talking anymore. People aren't smiling the way they used to. You're drained. You're lethargic. Why? Why that? I mean, this conversation can never end. This is a bubble that has really burst. It cannot be repaired. They will try and stifle every movement that we try and do. They will try and force you some stupid entertainment by sponsoring some stupid content creators with zero content. They don't want you to find out what the truth is, and it's all there in your faces. Everything I said this afternoon, everything I'm saying now, you can check it out. They signed up with wrong bosses. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, but I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you for listening.
Oh my God. Alejandro, I'm gonna have nightmares. Jesus Christ. What the hell? I mean, the country's already a nightmare, but like I'm gonna have even more nightmares. Where okay, I don't even know what to reply to that. Honestly, it's heartbreaking, but I just wanna hey, okay, I don't even know what to say. So let's just redirect this. Let's just go back to what's happening currently in our country. We are here to talk about JKIA currently is being like the strikes that are happening. We are here to speak about Adani and people that allowed this deal to start happening in the first place, and we want to stop it. So if you are in Kenya, in Nairobi, and you're able to get to JKIA, please go and support our fellow brothers and sisters. Our host right now is en route to the airport because we have got to stop this Adani. If you're not able to, then just do your online activism. Make sure that you keep retweeting hashtag Stop Adani. And the time is we're 2 minutes to the top of the hour. That's 1 a.m. Nairobi, East African time on the 11th of September. We have your gracious host here, Kioti Sonko, aka Mavi Mabonga. I can see our other host. Oh, where's he gone? I think he's disappeared. But Wanyama was here as well. He usually runs the morning show. And we're here to hear your voices. But other than that, we are here to really inject. We want to inject on all rounds. Like I said, if you're able to get to the streets, please do. Make sure you take care of your brother and your sister, not biological, but your fellow citizen. If you are not able to, let's inject this. Let's make sure that the whole world knows exactly what is happening in our country. So I'd like to get to data scientist, and then I know that South B and Mwagekari, you've been here for a long time. Then we get to Diego. So data scientist, I am so sorry for the wait, and the rest of you guys. So data scientist, please speak to us.
Thank you, Binti. I was listening to my friend Alejandro. Actually, whatever he has processed, whatever he has consumed is almost killing me myself. I tell you, I'm having a bad headache. Anyways, we have to do this. I have like few remarks to put across. I almost lost my thought process, but let me recall. One thing that is hurting me is about the human trafficking, not necessarily that, but the trafficking of children. Anyways, whatever our representative, the president of Kenya, is doing is not right now. It's beyond his will, because he signed a deal with the devil, and right now, it's so crazy that they're trying to use Adani. Adani itself, from their country, they've been chased. The Indian government doesn't want them to run their errands there, so they want them to be outside. They were actually chased from Australia, I guess. So I have two remarks. One of them is about the trafficking of kids, because actually there's some kids who are just they've just gone missing due to the nature of the scarcity of of variances that we've been given. Like they told us kids did burn in those classrooms, but we can't count for them. Where are they? Second, I want us to recall the whole idea of us going to visit these guys, the MPs. The MPs have given up on us. None of the MPs is good. Not even Babu Wino. None of them. They don't want us to begin. The plan is, once there's a total takeover of the country, they want to flee to more peaceful countries like Norway and the rest with the families. So us, we're gonna be slaves for the rest of our lives. But at least we have a chance. The chance we have is to go visit them the first chance we get. That's what we have to like execute. The other thing we have to do is we have to go to the takeover that is taken, the Adani takeover that is trying to happen in the JKIA. We just need to like be there by 6. I recommend that we just quit the space by 6. It has a meaning. Even the army attacks at 6. That's what you have to do. Process your own fake documentation if you can. Just be there, but we don't have to. If we're gonna be like majority of us, we have to do this. I don't want to vent a lot, because honestly, I'm having a bad headache because of the things that are happening. Actually, the trafficking of the kids, because so many kids have gone. There's so many accidents happening because our president signed a contract with the devil, and all this began from the world. It's called the Economic Forum, because they're trying to do a depopulation. It's the UN agenda of 2030, and it has to begin from Africa, because they assume as in we are not that significant to the world economy. So I don't think I have my thought process right now, but I think the only thing I just want to tell you guys is that we need to be there, and then let's just take back our airport, because they've already like taken the port. The next thing they're going to do, they're going to take the army. After that, it's like done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, data scientist. You just go away, write your points in bullet points, and then come back and speak to us when you have your thoughts gathered. We'll still be here as long as you guys allow us to be, so that we can allow people in the streets to actually carry out, hashtag Occupy JKA, hashtag Stop Adani. So I'd like to go to South B, and then Mogekara, then Diego, and Julia. Can see your hand up. Don't worry, I'll come to you. It's just that we have so many requests, so please, South B, speak to us.
Yeah, I'm good. What about you guys?
We're very offended. We're not good. We're angry. We're mad. Just you carry on.
Okay, first naweza penda kushukuru Nelson Amenya venye ali blew the whistle kutoka July. Second, Adani ni washenzi sana. Pia hizo 30 acres wanataka ati wajenge 5-star hotel. That's bullshit manzejo. Alafu venye hii deal ilitokea out of nowhere. Tulikuja tu kuisikia mahali, why the secrecy? Juu pia the same Adani, Financial Times, Hiddensburg Research, Organized Crime wamepata hii Adani Group na fraud, cocaine huko kwao, yani ni wasetuma stupid manze. Mimi niko hapa fedha, mtu yote anataka kutokea tuende JKIA, wewe DM tu DM, mimi niko hapa fedha, tunaingia tu ni hapa very fast. Shukran sana.
Asante sana South B. Thank you very much. Remember, hashtag stop Adani is our mission today. See kesho, see whenever. It's today, 11th of September. Sawa. Where's he gone? Mwakekara, Sasa.
Hello,
Hi, go ahead, please.
asante sana Binti for giving me this chance to speak. I'll actually like to tell you exactly who is Adani. Most people don't know who is Adani. Adani is a friend of the Indian Prime Minister. Before the Indian Prime Minister took over power, Adani was a mere commodity trader in India, a poor guy. He had nothing. Now, what happened when he took power? When he took power, he decided to give all contracts to Adani and Ambani, two people who are doing business in India. These two people are the hands that steals for the Indian Prime Minister. They have caused havoc in India. They have made India very expensive. They have destroyed India. As I am speaking right now, on a regular basis, there is a demonstration against Adani by the Indian youth. The Indian youth don't want these two people called Adani and Ambani. Now, let me tell you what happened before when they were just doing an election a few months back. There was a lot of fear that the Indian government is going to lose power. And actually, the ruling party called BJP lost majority. So they had a lot of fear that they were going to lose power. And now, what next for Adani? Adani had to look for a refugee somewhere. The refugee is just Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. When he took the refugee by finding these fools called Ruto and acquired the refugee camp for himself to do business, there was a bloodbath in the stock market. Shares fall down, people lost money, people became mad. People are mad right now in India. People lost their money in the share market because they had invested a lot in these shares. Now, to understand Adani, just look at what the Indian youths are doing on a regular basis. They are demonstrating against Adani. They don't want Adani in India. That's why Kenyan youth must wake up, not on a daily, not on just 1 or 2 days. A demonstration of Adani must be done on a daily basis until he escapes from India. He escapes from Kenya or he leaves Kenya. Actually, the Indian youth will be so happy. Already they're so happy to see Kenyans talking about Adani and they don't want to see Adani in Kenya. Adani has got nowhere to go. So, wherever you are going to the streets to demonstrate, just know that the Indians are watching you. The Indian youths are so happy. The Indian youths are just, you are exposing actually Adani for them. Whatever information, whatever money you are stolen from India, taking it to Kenya as a refugee camp. A refugee camp is just Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. So people must do regular, not only 1 day, 2 days. Regular demonstrations continuous until Adan leaves our airport completely. That's the only thing I like to tell you people. There's more. I'll tell you because I've been in India. I know these crooks in and out. They cannot allow a Kenyan to do any business in India. They will never allow a Kenyan to do any business in India. Just seeing you doing business or trying to do this is just like a monk. They'll demonstrate against you, chase you away. So I don't know why. I don't know why Kenyans are tolerating these people actually. That's why sometimes I like what Idi Amin did. He was a visionary leader. And they said no, you don't want Asians in Uganda because they have captured everything. Kenya, Wahindi wamechukua kila kitu, ndio wanafanya kila biashara, na hapa kwao tu ni mafi. Unajua hawapendi nchi yao. So let us pour a leaf. Let us sometimes listen to the reasons as to why Idi Amin gets them away from Uganda. What the Indian youths are doing in India against Adani, basically against Adani. Adani is a thief. Adani, when Adani came to power, let me tell you, when this crook came into power, things that were costing, let's say, 300 rupees, nowadays they are costing 1,500 rupees. He made life so difficult, so expensive for the Indians. That's why the Indians don't want this Adani in India. Every contract in India is given to Adani. Everywhere is Adani. And yet, alikuwa mtu wa kuuza mahindi hapa, mchere, nini, mpunga, a commodity trader. Sasa amekuanga mtu wa industries, what and what and what and what and what. Amefanya maisha ya kila mtu imekuwa sijui, ameturn up live ya Wahindi upside down. Na Wahindi hawamtaki. The same thing Adani is going to do to Kenya. Because actually he has found the best fool in Ruto. Ruto is one of the worst fools these people have found. And they are using him very fast. Because huyu mtu aliogopa serikali itaanguka wapoteze alafu wataenda wapi? He had to look for a refugee. A refugee sit down at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. And from there now, he's not going to stay only in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. He will start to grab everything like the way he has grabbed everything all over India. The moment he grabs that, now Kenya, you will finish Kenya. Wakenya yani mtamalizika kabisa, I'm telling you. Indians wamemalizika na hawamtaki. Hawataki this crook. Whether it means any construction, mambo ya stima, mambo ya nini, hawamtaki. They don't want him. Stima amepandisha, gasi amepandisha, kila kitu amepandisha. Sasa Wahindi wanasema what's happening? Things they found during the Congress rule, things that were costing 100 rupees, they are costing 1,000 rupees or more. And that is coming down. So let people bear in mind. Actually, I'll give you some links. I'll give you some links about what the Indian youth are doing. I'll give you some links about what Adani is doing. Adani is debated in the Indian parliament on a regular basis. The parliamentarians are demonstrating against Adani in India, not in Kenya. In India, Indian parliament. Adani, wherever Adani steps, he causes havoc. Any country steps, there is an havoc. So that actually, it is not a question of stop him. It's a question of chasing my way. It should be chased from the Kenyan soil before he turns the life of Kenyans upside down. Asante sana.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mogekara, for your sentiments. We respect that. And yes, this thing cannot be allowed to happen because once it happens, it's going to be very hard to get them out. Now, people, we have our host here who is currently either en route or already in Jomo, JKIA, which means he is not using Wi Fi, he is using data. On the title there, you will see a number that will lead you to the name of Mabonga. That's 07104525543. Please support him because this space is not going to run unless he is able to, have data that can support us. So just pause for 5 seconds, whether it's 10 shillings, 5 shillings. If you want to just buy the data directly to his number, that's fine. But he's not using Wi-Fi right now. He's relying on his own financials. And this is not a journey for one person. It's not about one person. We need to support him. So please, as you're tweeting your things, just remember to support that tip jar. Like I said, 07104525543. That will bring up the name Marvin Mabonga. Okay, so as I go to our next speaker, remember hashtag stop Adani, hashtag Sauti ya Mananchi. Diego, please speak to us and then we go to Julie.
Miss Binti, Miss Toria, and the host, and everyone else, I hope you're alright. Health-wise, I know you're mad. I know you're disgusted and by everything that's going on in the country, and I just want to commend the people who are there right now and whatever they're doing. But I'm still going to have my stand in terms of protest and whatever. As much as I commend you all for doing that, wherever you are, if you're listening, I hope that this won't be the last protest. I hope if you're going to protest, it should happen on a daily basis till it stops. Not one day and then you take a holiday for next week until another problem arises and then you are going to protest on that. No. Because at this point, a permanent solution needs to be done. Hearing all of you talking about what the problem is, theft, stealing of land, selling of airports, stealing of money, the common factor there is money. That's what these people are interested in. Politicians, the business people. It's all about money. And the funny thing is, you are the money. You as an individual are the money that these people get from. If we actually stopped, like the airport right now will not fucking run. It won't run. No one will come in, no one will go out. But you don't even have to be in the airport for that. You could be at home. Just stay. Don't move a fucking muscle. That will literally collapse the economy of the country and everything will be on a standstill. What will happen? The government will run to us. Someone said that they're stealing kids right now. And Alejandro came. I'm sorry to bring Alejandro's points back, but Alejandro is fucking right. They're selling these kids. Now, if the economy stops, these politicians will come back and beg us to come back to work because they'll realize that we are the power. They would realize that we hold them by the balls. But if we continue going to work to pay these taxes that they want, to follow their rules, all in the name of the livelihood that we have to live, no. You are at war with inhumane human beings, and you should treat them the same way they fucking treat you. These people never care. They don't care, and the next person who will come for the election will not give a fuck because it's the same old people being resurfacing every time. It's the same old people. How many times do you have to watch a movie to know the fucking story? How many times do you have to see the same actors of the same season every time? Now, I'm not gonna tell you people, yeah, protest and whatever, and I'm in another country. That would be very hypocritical of me, because I know there's better ways to handle the situation in a way that will fuck them up with no one dying, no one being kidnapped or whatever. Do you think they'll come shoot every Kenyan in their house or throw tear gases? They won't. They won't do that, because you will fuck up the economy. What do they care about? Money. And you guys are the money. You guys are the power, including me. That's why I'm going to come back home and I'm actually going to run for a seat. When I come back home, I am actually going to run for a seat, because I am tired of fucking bullshit. The lies, the deception, and everything. I am tired of it. I, as Diego, I'm fucking tired of it. I was a Ruto fucking stan. But I know that he's just a fucking puppet. If you see Bill Gates coming to the country, Elon Musk coming to the country, fucking Adani coming to the countries, those are all demons. And people don't realize that. People do not realize that. You guys think about development. That is not development. Bill Gates will bring for you GMO fucking foods and take your fucking land. Elon Musk is bringing internet to take your data and fucking use it in America. Literally. And we commend this fucking people. There's no development that Mr. Ruto is doing. And I was with him. I was with Mr. Ruto until now I start seeing fucking imbeciles that I know are fucked up and they're fucking up the world handshaking with him. No. That is where I draw the fucking line. So please, don't go to work. Do not go to work, because you guys are the wheel making the country move. And please, this is another request. If anyone is in the army, if you're a police officer, I want to remind you one thing. Do not take orders from these fucking fools. Even though they'll say they'll drop you or you're replaceable, no, you're not replaceable. Think about your family that's not in the army, that are not going to be having food and whatever. Because once these people step in, that is exactly what is going to happen. And the only thing that you're going to be taking is orders. You are a robot, literally. You're being told point and shoot without knowing the cause of what happened. You're literally a robot. So please, if you're in the army and you're listening to me, I am begging you, pleading you. You guys should be protesting first, because you're seeing this shit firsthand. The only difference is that we don't have weapons. That is the only difference. And people would stand up to you guys. Remember that we chose this fucking people. You guys included. Police and the army and the CIDs and the intelligence and everyone. You are the same like us. This political fucking people do not care. They will never fucking care, because they will find a desperate person to join the army and another soldier will come. No change whatsoever will go on. Your kids will be fucked. Your whole lineage will be fucked. Leasing of land is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's a very good idea to pay the debts. But now the problem is, Mr. fucking President, where's the transparency? I don't even know how much the fuck we owe in the country. How much and to who? That is the first question. When people started speaking in this space, they should have asked him, okay, Mr. President, who do we owe and how much do we owe? Oh, you want to lease this land to these people? Fair enough. Okay, lease it 10 years, but with royalties. They can farm, put the food there and whatever, but the amount of years that we've given you land, okay, feed your people, but I want food for my people. And if you're selling to other countries, I want royalties as well. That would be okay because I will help my people with the money that's coming in, and I will feed my people as well with the food that you're fucking growing. But leasing for 999 years, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mr. President, this is a message for you. I am not like every Tom, Dick, and Harry who forgets everything like a TikTok video. I never have and I never will be. I know Donald Trump is full of shit because people in America want Donald Trump back. But Donald Trump is the fucked up bastard who wanted the vaccine over the whole world. That is Donald Trump, and every fucking stupid America wants him back now. And he's fucked the whole world up. And you're fucking following in his fucking footsteps. Mr. fucking President Ruto. Please, please, people, I beg you, do not work for 2 weeks. Do not move for 2 weeks. These fuckers will listen to us, and I will vouch for myself. I will come back to the country, and if it's to have a conversation, transparent conversation with the president, I will, because I can never be bored. I have my own fucking wealth. I can never be bored. I don't need no fucking money from anyone. I have my own shit, Mr. President. I have my own fucking assets. You will not buy me. And that conversation will be live in video, in space, for everyone to see and to hear. And I will be doing the questioning. Because you blamed the fucking previous president for this debt that we're in. You were the deputy president. What the fuck did you do? And now you're bringing some fucking mafia from India. India is a fucking shithole country right now. They're all rapists and fucking, oh my God, they're rapists and they're so stupid. And you want us to, you want them here in the country to rape our women, huh? To steal from us like they haven't been doing it from time and time again. Mr. President, with all due fucking respect or with no respect, think about your legacy. Because your family doesn't just revolve around your daughter or your wife or your children. When we chose you as a fucking leader, everyone became your children, everyone became your brother, everyone became your mother, and everyone became your family. Shape the fuck up and stop selling us out. Thank you for your time, and I'm sorry for cursing out.
Thank you very much, Diego. I think you are just voicing the frustrations and the thoughts of possibly many Kenyans. The only thing that I would like to point out, or maybe what's the correct, not correct, but just to point out, is that with our mission today, we are against Adani. Yes, Adani is from India. That's where they're from, but I don't want it to be a thing of us against the Indian people. We are just against that specific group, Adani. So today, hashtag stop Adani. Keep the tweets going. If you are turning up, make sure you carry your water, your phone, your power bank, or whatever. Have a flag, because we need to support the guys already in KAA. And if you've been keeping up, they are already striking. So please, as a whole, let's support them. If you're not going physically, then let's keep this hashtag trending. Let's make sure that the whole world knows what the hell is happening in our country. Julie, hi. Thank you for your patience. You've been here for a long time. Please speak to us.
Hi, thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
100%.
Okay, good morning, Kenyans. Good morning. First of all, my heart just goes out to all the moms who've lost their babies. And we sadly, because of what's going on in our country, and just like the many moms who've lost children during the protests, they might not see their kids. We still have people missing. We still have unidentified bodies. Kenya is a mess. And let me tell you, like, from a woman's perspective, my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds when I pray and I just ask God, please come on, just come down for us because we need help. This is demonic. This is oppressive. I never imagined, I never imagined that there would be a day I would see Kenya like this. I never. Our country is dirty. Like when you walk around, our country is dirty. Our country has been neglected. Nothing is functioning. Nothing is working. We are struggling. Personally, I've lost a job like because of an Indian boss, because of how he treated me. And it just I couldn't stand and take that in the insults and being mistreated and all. And I remember having one of my colleagues even just told that boss, don't think this is India that you can just come and treat people badly. So I know how it feels to have an Indian boss. There are some who are good, a few, but there are some who can just be a nightmare. Guys, I don't know. We started out so well. I don't know what happened along the way. We allowed ourselves to be corrupted. We allowed ourselves to be divided because you see, a house that is divided definitely cannot stand. We allowed ourselves to be, I don't know, misinformed or whatever happened. So we are always just fighting against each other here on space. I don't know what that is. We need to stand till the end for the sake of our children, for the sake of our parents, some of them who are old and cannot stand or do not understand. We need to stand. Me, I don't understand how some people are taking these things so lightly. JKIA has been there ever since. And then now all of a sudden we're seeing on news and we're hearing this from the time Nelson blew the whistle that somebody else is coming to take over our country. And like it has been mentioned, what next? They'll take over parliament. Nimonata, they're taking over and they want to take over energy. And yet imagine there's so many other potential companies and people, Kenyans, who are very much capable of starting their own Kenya Power companies or whatever here in Kenya. But they are being denied. Alafu you're letting a foreigner come. Yani we've been sold left, right, left. Tumeuzwa mpaka hakuna kitu ya kuuza. I don't know what else. And if we don't stand, this has been said ever since 2015, that if we slack and if we don't stand, wherever you are in your capacity, inside Kenya, outside Kenya, if we don't stand for our country, if we don't stand up, because whatever we are doing is not just for Kenya, it's for Africa. People watched us when we started. Look at how kina Bangladesh came, alafu wakatupita tu hivyo kufala. If we don't stand, then what happens? The next day, I don't know, mtakuja kusikia hata Kenya, the name is no longer Kenya. Our flag has been changed. I mean, the next thing with this regime, the next thing, after the national anthem will be changed. Tomorrow, mnaambiwa, okay, there's the committee, whatever national anthem has been changed. And the worst and the saddest part, the church is not talking about this. Your MPs, our MPs, those people whom we elected, we expected to stand up for us. No one is talking. It's like no one is bothered. It's like everyone has been bought. So you wonder how much money is there that everyone can be bought. But I want to believe that there are the few of us who are left while we are still alive. We have to stand up for this country, man. Me, I'm looking forward to that day when I'll read another history book that something happened in Kenya. Kenya was liberated. There's a whole history. You see, the way we read history about, how we gained independence and everything. I was watching a documentary. This is not, I don't see people talking about it. The many people who are dying, is also just Samburu or whatever, those places where the British military is, they've occupied, wako sijui training what, wanaacha mines, nini, watu mtu yake akipata mine definitely, si ataonekana ni toy acheze. I was watching a documentary of how a lot of families are being affected by these things. No one is talking about it. Hizi vitu zinatokea, these are just what is being exposed, but a lot is happening in Kenya. It's like Kenya is no longer ours. We have to claim back Kenya. We have to claim back Africa. This is our land. And it is not impossible. It is not. We just have to be united. Kama uko hapo karibu na JKIA, tokea. 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 Don't sit. Tokea. Don't just si shida ya mtu mmoja, ni shida ya sisi wote. If JKIA is taken, even me I'll be affected hata kama sitaipanda ndege. Akini, it hurts me. I see what is going on, and I aside from just getting upset, I want to cry because as a mother, this is our country. We should be taking care of our country. We should be enjoying the best of amenities. I remember growing up in an era whereby to collect garbage during our time, it was free. Tulikuwa tunapewa dustbins. Hizi za mkebe. And we were not paying for them. And then we had people cleaning. We had inside our estates, tulikuwa tumewekewa pavements. Si mchanga. With time ziliharibika because no one cares. Look at our governor here in Nairobi. Angalia vitu watu mtu sahii anaongea ati road show ya whatever sijui ya makazi. Mi sitaki kwenda nje. I want hata kama nitafanya kazi hata kama maid here in Kenya, but it is home. Let me be a maid in my home, not in somebody else's home who's going to mistreat me or put me in some prison somewhere to die or confiscate my documents or I don't know do what. I want to be, if it is that maid or hata ni mtu wa mjengo hapa Kenya, but that opportunity has to be there. You walk around and businesses have closed. And then we say, okay, tunajipanga hivi. Aya, let's start another hashtag. Let's do what? Yeah, fine. So today we are on JKIA. Hapo JKIA tukifika, aishi na JKIA. Adani wanapanda ndege kama ma MPs na ma ministers na manani pia wameshuka. It has to be like that. We cannot go back home again and say, okay, basi sasa wacha turudi nyumbani, tujipange tena, tutafute skando lingine, tuanze tena hashtag mpya. We are wasting time. We will never liberate this country like that. There's no liberation that comes like that. There is no battle that is won like that. That mnaenda, alafu mnarudi kwenu kukunywa maji, mnajipanga, mnagonganishwa, mtu akipata mwanya, ananunua mwingine, anafanya nini. All these things happen, and then you go back to square one. We have achieved so much. But look at what happened. Ministers were sacked, right? And then wakarudishwa. It's like, please, it was laughing at us, laughing at those people who died. I watched guys being shot and I was like being shot, I was in utter shock. Sikuamini something like that can happen. These policemen, they're working free. Sindio? They're working free. No one has bought that. The people we are looking up to, sijui kuna EACC, me, I ask me, is that office even there? DCI knows how to abduct and threaten, but the real issues they're not dealing with. No, nati wana threaten Nelson. Na threaten Nelson, yet kuna wochi, sijui alihepa na matro nini ambao wanafaa kuashikwa kwa sababu watoto walichomeka. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Guys, JKIA should not be attitude tunaenda JKIA bus. We can't, because you do not know what will come out next tomorrow. These guys have clearly showed us they have no scruples. They don't care. They're not afraid. They're not afraid that we are their employers. They're not.
Julie, I think we've lost you. Can you guys hear Julie? Okay, so let's just carry on. Julie, if you want to drop and then come back in, that's okay.
She's connecting.
Oh, okay. So everybody, like, we have a few requests, so we're just going to give you like 3 minutes each, and we want to stick to the topic. Leo ni siku ya stop Adani. Hashtag stop Adani. This is Sauti ya Mwananchi, hosted by your very own KOT Sonko. I can see Wanyama down there. He's our other co-host. We usually have Ayo the Sixth, Kowino, Rabia, and today myself and Toria are your co-hosts. So this number on the top, Mabonga is not at home. He's not using Wi-Fi. He's using data. So we are going to lose this space if you do not support him. If you want to buy credit or whatever it is directly to that number, please go ahead. Or you can just send to that number and he will buy it himself. That's up to you. But let's support our brothers and sisters. Let's take care of each other. And hashtag Occupy JKIA. When Julie comes back, she can go ahead and carry on. But for now, let's go to, I think, hey, let me see if I can say it right. Juju. Juju.
Hello, Binti.
Sasa, hi, go ahead.
How
And then
is
we'll have
Nairobi?
Nairobi iko sawa, lakini we're occupying JKIA leo. So go next and then we go to luxury
Sa
afterwards. Please go
salamia,
next.
salamia Toria. Tulikuwa naye mara ya mwisho space ikianguka akiita KOT na space ikaenda hivyo. Leo ndio nimemuona. Okay, stop Adani. Hii Adani. Wacha nikwambie Binti. Leo Adani ikiingia hapa Kenya, watachukua JKIA, warudi wachukua hata Kenya Power. Na that's the end ya sisi kusema mambo ya election hapa. Ruto atakaa kwa power mpaka akufe. Tutabebwa na hizo ambulance tukiwa hai, tukiwa tumekufa na kuwekwa kwa ndege na kutupwa Indian Ocean. Uliona the time mlikuwa maandamano pale wakati ya finance bill. Uliona ambulance zilikuja huko. Zilibeba watu wenye wamekufa ama watu wako hai. So hakuna vitu zinabebwa ati organs za watu. These guys wametupa watu huko Kware, wameona sasa vitu vimejulikana, sasa ni kubeba watu na ambulance kupeleka airport na kuweka ndege. Hiyo ni one. Two, huyu jamaa ametuchukua kama machokora. You know, ukitaka pesa, watu wakitaka pesa kupitia chokora, wanapigaga picha na kutuma ngambo, sema tunasaidia machokora nini wanapewa pesa. So this guy, kuna app wametoa. Hiyo app ukidownload, ukipanda miti unaweka kwa hiyo app, wanahesabu. So statistics zao wanatoa wewe umepanda miti ngapi, alafu wanatuma, wanaonesha ile miti Kenya wamepanda. Wakitumua pesa wanagawa na magovernors, wanagawa na MPs, tiendeni mkapande miti kwenyu, wanakula hiyo pesa. That's why unaona MPs hata wazungumuzi mambo ya Adani. Isipokuwa tu ni huyu MP, huyu Senator Onyoka alisema yeye ni whistleblower, na tunajua hii maneno ya Adani ilitoka wapi. Hata nilikuwa nauliza ni whistleblower, ana blow whistle kwa nani? Si wapeleke hiyo vitu parliament. Parliament hawazungumzi, wamenyamaza because wanakimbishana na pesa. That's why unaona governors wanaluti pesa wakipeleka nje. Nao MPs wanataka finance bill irudishwe kwa sababu walikuwa wamejiwekea 200 million ya basari. 200 million ya basari. That's why unasikia wanasema hiyo finance bill ilikuwa mzuri, sehemu nyingine ndio ilikuwa mbaya, tutoe ile mzuri, tuweke ile mzuri, tutoe zile mbaya. Wana aim that 200 million. Saizi kila mtu anatafuta njia ya kuiba, wanaona sasa hii Kenya watu wameshaerevuka. Wale walikuwa wajinga wameshaerevuka, na kurudisha hawa rivers wabaki maskini ama wakuwe wajinga imekuwa ni shida. So kila mtu ako mbioni. Hii kiwanja ndege hii, kwani hakuna investors hapa Kenya? Tuliona CS mmoja bilionea ako Mombasa, wakishikana bilionea 4 3 5 Kenya hawawezi endesha hiyo kiwanja Kenya Airways ama hiyo kiwanja ndege. Lazima tutoe muhindi kutoka nje. Muhindi ana majina za Kiluya, Ambani, sijui mwingine anajiita Andani, sijui ametokea, sijui majina waliokota wapi. So let us be careful. Mimi naombea Binti, mimi siko karibu, mimi ni baby boomer original. So mkienda maandamano, naombea Mungu murudi salama, so that tusikose nyinyi kwa space. Mungu awabariki mkienda leo maandamano, na naombea heri kila baraka. Tutaona na kesho jioni, leo jioni kwa space. I know mtakuwa mmechoka, lakini tutakuja kuwasiliana huko. Nimelanda.
Thank you so much. Nimesikia ukiitwa chou chou.
Shushu. Sema shushu. Hivyo.
Okay.
Abia Toria tutakutana tu ni wa huku kwetu. Mimi najua ni wa Wasingishu huko.
Okay, it's Toria speaking, by the way. It's Toria anaongea.
Amelala.
Ni Toria anaongea. Ni Toria anaongea. Mna confuse sauti yangu na ya binti jameni. Anyway.
Najua ni binti anaongea. Lakini nasema Toria, wakati unakuja pande hii unatusalamia. Mimi najua wewe ni wa kwetu huku. Wewe ni wa kwetu huku Cheplaskei.
Sawa. Daniel, pick it up from there. Guys, let's okay, goja kidogo Daniel, let's go to Mweru then Daniel. I think Mweru alikuja hapa mbele yako Daniel. And let's stick to the point, stop Adani, that's our mission today. Alafu we have a data support number, tipja iko hapo juu. We support Marvin Mabonga, sahi mnajua very well on his way kuelekea JKIA kuwakilisha. So guys, tipja ni kwa hiyo number 0710452543. Kindly tupa ile kitu yako kidogo ama umnunulie data direct. Hana wifi yenye anatembea nayo. Kama mtaki space yanguke, na we need to keep on injecting. Kwa space as well as kwa ground. So Mweru, pick it up.
Yeah, thanks, Daria, Binti, KOT. Thanks, you guys, for hosting this. The thing is, I'll just get to the point. It's becoming very frustrating with all the lamenting and conspiracy theory peddling at this juncture. Today is a day of action. People are already heading to the airport to occupy the airport. So let's be objective if we're going to come here as a speaker today. Let us be objective and stick to the point. The goal today is to stop Adani. How are we doing that? We need to keep this trending. You retweet the hashtag. 2, people who are on the ground and are able to go, you need to get out and head to JKIA. As simple as that. You get out and protest. If you're not able to do that, then let's support them financially. And then after we've done these 3 things, we can start supporting them emotionally, motivate them. Today I don't feel like it's the time, and it's very inappropriate to be here peddling some things that I'm listening to, especially if we're not going to be on the ground with some of the folks who are willing to sacrifice their time and their lives to do it. So let's recognize that. We've had spaces before. We will have more spaces to come and peddle whatever you want to peddle and air your view and express your emotions. Let's save that for another day. Let's be objective today. We have our own comrades who are going to head there and be on the ground. We have seen what happens when they do that. So let's either motivate them emotionally, offer support, but mostly, if you're able to get out and go and occupy JKIA, let's do that. And if you're able to support financially, that's what we should be doing today. So we already understand. We all know what kind of people we're dealing with here. We all know that. We already know what kind of evils are happening in the country. We've known that. We have been talking about this. So let's stick to the point. And the point is simple. Today we're stopping Adani. How are we doing that? Online, on the ground. And if you're not going to be able to do either one of those 2 financially, and also we offer motivation. At this point of the day, especially today. So my apologies if I come off angry, but yes, it is frustrating. This is not the time to lament and peddle stuff. No. Let's be objective here. What are you doing about today? What is your contribution today? That's what I want to hear. So let's stick to that. And KOT and you guys who are heading to the airport, I'll be praying for you. I'm going to stay up and just keep an eye, because I'm in the diaspora. I cannot be on the ground with you. I'll support you however I can. I'll send you I'll do what I can do. I'll send some money, and I'll be here praying for you, motivating for you guys. Whatever you guys need, you need to reach out to us. So we really appreciate your sacrifice, because we've seen what has happened. I've been in spaces where people who've gone for protests cannot even walk anymore. So let's bear that in mind while we come here and talk. And let's stop Adani. I think so far everything we've been doing is working, and it's going to work. We have to stop these people. And I agree. Yes, they're trying to pimp the country. We have serial killers in office. We have serial liars in office. We have serial thieves in office. What do you expect? Why are people surprised that kids are missing, that things are on fire in Kenya? What do you expect from these people? Dude, you're dealing with the devil itself. There's nothing positive that can come out of them. So let's just operate from that reality. I don't want to hear about conspiracy theories. That is part of what they are. We should not expect anything. So let's focus on action. And today is a day of action. Today we're going to occupy JKIA and we're going to stop Adani. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So anyway, thank you so much, KOT, and you guys who are on the ground. I'm here for you however I can. And we're going to stop Adani. And then after we stop Adani, what is next? We're getting these people out of office. And then after we get them out of office, what are we doing? We're occupying. You guys will take all these seats. We'll have you in office as MPs, governors. I don't want to hear this. We're all going to occupy. And after we take over, what are we going to do? We're going to have these people arrested. We're not even going to put them in prison at this point, dude. This is going to be capital punishment. Don't even take me there. So as we continue and we get people here who are speaking, please stick to the subject. What do we need today? What are we doing today? That's what I want to hear. So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you. And for the guys who are going to the ground, I'll be here praying for you and supporting you.
Thank you so much, Mweru. Guys, welcome to Sauti ya Mwananchi, hosted by KOT and co-hosted by Binti wa Africa and Toria. I'm very offended, and you should be as well, more offended than I am. We need to be that pressure. We need to increase that pressure. Can you imagine going in your own home, unasachiwa na foreigner in your land? Damn, that's fuck it. Daniel, inject. Stop Adani. Let's keep the hashtag going, guys. Hashtag stop Adani and hashtag sauti ya mwananchi. Zinaendanisha, inasemwangwa hivyo? Yeah, zinaendanisha. So let's keep the hashtag going. Daniel?
Yeah, I'm here. You can hear me, right? Hello, you can hear me, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm actually glad somebody mentioned something a while back when we were talking. When I saw the schools get banned, and then I saw the one in Isiolo, first thing I commented was, I would not be surprised if this is one of those narrative redirection things, because I keep saying on these spaces, we need to understand that we're being led by psychopaths, and you cannot expect morality from a psychopath. They inherently do not have it. They cannot have it. Like, it is impossible for them to have morality. They do not even understand it. It's not a concept that is real to them. Like, they're completely blind to it. It's like talking to a cat about the Andromeda galaxy. It does not exist in them. They will never be. Someone like Ruto will never stand in a place of empathy with anyone. He cannot do it because we have all seen from, like, I remember I was talking to some people, and or I asked them, can you point to me any point in this guy's history where the dude was not entirely moral? Like, name one point in his history that we know that the guy was moral. The guy came all the way from university in the days of Moi, when that guy was killing people. I hear stories of guys who used to go to, I don't know, Harambe House, and they used to be tortured there. And these guys used to be the people I would go and tell Moi, this guy is the one who's doing this. This guy is there's no point in this guy's history where he has ever been moral. That psychopathic nature of his has been the reason he is where he is right now. So he can never let go of it. It is his bread and butter. He cannot have empathy. He cannot be the person we thought he was. He's good at lying, and he's good at speaking. That is all he is. You should not expect the guy to be anything but that. And number two, when I saw these stories of the schools burning, and I said that this is just a redirection campaign, like a lot of schools are going to burn probably for the next month, so that all of us can start talking about kids, and then like the story for Adani and all these things can go down. Like psychopaths will do anything. Like they would kill, they would maim, they can do anything to protect where they are. And the thing that is most scary to them is that they do not have control as much as they used to. They do not have control as much as they used to. Ruto does not have control as much as he used to. He's struggling to run around. Number one, he knows he's already lost most of his population, most of the population in elections. So he's trying to create. He's desperately trying to. He knows he's already lost it, and that makes him incredibly dangerous. That means there is no amount of money he's not willing to pay. There is no amount of corruption he's not willing to do. There is no length he's not willing to go. So the fact that people are winning only makes him more dangerous. You have to remember that. Because he was not in this position before. You remember that time guys were getting shot and guys were getting abducted. That was a very desperate move. Why? Because if that had succeeded, he would have been thrown out. So the more people win, the more dangerous the guy is. Like we always need to remember that. The more we win, the more viciously dangerous he gets. And we cannot forget that. And also, a rule of thumb for information is that if you're seeing something where you've always seen them, they're always deliberate. If we've always received the information from the news and you're seeing something on the news, it's deliberate. Nothing ever just happens. We live in a world that is entirely ruled with absolute precision by cause and effect. That is a rule nothing in existence can escape. So if you're seeing an effect, there's a cause to it, and nothing ever just happens. If the schools are burning, there's a reason for it. If you're seeing something on the news over and over and over for the whole week, whatever you will see on the primary narrative you will see on the news for most of the stations, not one, this week, that narrative is deliberate. And you should always know that. Always know that. If you're seeing information where you've always seen it, it is deliberate. Nothing ever just happens. I'm good. I'm done. I'm done. Huh?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next was Luxury Bar. Are you there? Luxury Bar. Luxury Bar, are you there? No. Sean. Mwero, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, ma say wali request mic na wakalala. Sean, are you there? Sam Bond, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, pick it up.
Okay, thank you very much. Indeed, we are very saddened Kenyans, as you know. And there's much that we can say and go on. But the truth is that there's nothing like I ever seen like this regime. A regime that they have shunned the people. Have decided not to listen to these people. Have decided not even there's nothing they should even consult from the people. And the truth of the matter is that when we look at how the government is doing their things, is indeed very awful, very bad. Okay, let us return to the point of Adani. They have decided now, because they have that power, and they're going to use the whatever amount of money. And now the problem we have is that if us as the people, we cannot come together as unit, we cannot have that bond, we gather ourselves and tujitokeze kiwango cha kutosha, we are going to give these people power. They're going to control us more and more. They're going to give us more headaches, making our economic life to be more difficult in this life. And the point where we reach that we are being frustrated to the point, because their need is that they want to make us poor, so that only what we can think is about food. We cannot think about development. We cannot think about anything that is inventive in our lives. Because if you are hungry, are you able to think beyond the stomach? Because they know if they provide us with cheap food, with everything is good, we can afford things in our life. That's now they know that now these people they are going to overtake us. They're going to enter into economy, in the trade, and that's why you see now they are trying to frustrate the economy so that we suffer to the point kwamba we cannot think about everything. The only thing we can think is about what we eat at the evening, what we provide, what we give at our children at tomorrow. That's why you see now they are frustrating the people to the point now they will not mind even thinking about to have any position in the government, so that the cycle of the elections, the cycle of the seats can all maintain on the rich people or on themselves, the dynasties and others. But the point is about the Adani is that if indeed we are truly patriotic to our country, to the point where we can listen to each other and indeed come out in full numbers, I tell you, my friend, even if other countries, because for now, I think the flights are not taking over. Tomorrow, we are expecting even less flights to come into a country because of at least that tension. Other countries, other airlines, they cannot allow. There are countries in Asia or Europe, they are sensitive even to the small matters, like of anxieties. They cannot risk their planes or their flights to come wherever there is tension. So if we can inject that to the point of even just this week, the end of this week by Sunday, I think the government will have that impact of the economy. And indeed, even if they could not listen to the point where they will have to call it off, they will have to reconstruct again and come with another thing that can say that it's probably good for our people. But the thing of Adani is that if we can come together, but the problem is of our people. But I was just giving an example of this Morara. Morara is just a single person who have just come out to the point kwamba if is the only one man who have shaken at least because of boldness, of his boldness, he has just come out and exposed the projects that were just launched. And I wonder why people, anyway, the government, one thing it should do, they should stop the thing of launching things which are not even implemented. We should be expecting things like they open something which is already active, which is already, you come to open a school which has been built, not cracking around, at breaking around. You are breaking around for what? That land we can sit for ourselves. Just send people there, they start work. There's no need of what do you need a president to go to just anyway. The point is that if a single man like Morara can able to make the government, even now they have started clearing whatever the store projects, they're hiding their names on those projects or the tombstones. So if we can do that, 1 million plus people, if we can do that, me, I do my part, you do a part, you and anybody else can do that part. Indeed, it will impact the government to the point now it have no escape. But the problem we have, one person will talk, another one will be bought because of lack, because they know if they propose for us money or something, they will be bought because you are hungry. So, but the Bible says that whoever resists the temptation of appetite, mostly have overcome 50% or almost half of this problem of temptation in his life. So the problem of if we cannot resist bribes or anything in our life, or fear, those two, appetite and fear, we can conquer it as youths. Yes, we know we cannot make it on our own, but indeed if we stand firm together, Indeed, even if tomorrow JKIA can be shaken, tomorrow and other days, if we can come out in numbers, if we can come out in large, tukue wengi, tujitokeze kiasi kwamba hata wale ambao watakuwa na uoga. Unajua, there's some people want to see people do, but if tomorrow we can be there and I'm one of them who will be there, indeed this thing is that if each other can support each, we come together. In short, we collaborate rather than talking things end, others being drawn, others being subjected to fear or whatever, others being so. At the end, we suffer, all of us. If and then will come, we subjected to other charges. If a flight from here to Kisumu is just now is 10K or 7K, and then you come and overcharge us, you'll be traveling to on your own country over even 15 plus 20K. Are we going to Uganda or Rwanda? So the problem is that if we allow our leaders to take control of our things to the point they will not be questionable. They have come the Kiburi FC, this regime. But this is the worst government I can say since I was born. That it can have that balls to say that it cannot even engage the Kenyans, saying that they are doing things because they have to take. Because I was listening to leaders saying that they have to take certain actions, actions that which are not good. Which action are you taking which are not good? And to make hard decisions which cannot be accepted by men. If something is not accepted by men, probably something is wrong. So my fellow youths or whatever, Kenyans, whatever I can call is that what we need is boldness and numbers, first of all. Even if I can come alone and be bold, even if Morala, for example, he can be not be alone who've ranger at the end of the all. He need a support, and that's why he called us. He needs support, contributions, and anything. More so the support of numbers. So even if you can be a lone hoof, it will not go long before you become tired. You not go wrong before you become fatigued. So, but if you have that unit, togetherness, the warmth of people, indeed we can make it. My problem is that indeed we have tolerated, we have accepted. You know, I'm sorry, let me add it. It's very poor to see youths and many of us Kenyans tunajitokeza kwa harambee ama kwa mkutano ya wanasiasa tunashangilia mwizi. Are we celebrating a thief? Somebody who have just come behind your back, have taken your 1,000 from the pocket and coming to the front is from your 1,000 he has snipped from your pocket. He just removed 200 from it and he gives you. So you think you already have the 1,000 and you have been added 200. You think you have 1,200, but to end up home you find you have 200. So you have negative. So how that is a loss. So that's what the politicians are doing on to arrive. Wanatuibia, wanakuja mbele, wanatupea kidogo kila ambacho wametuibia, na sisi tunawashabikia kiongozi wetu. We should stop those all nonsense. My kindly request to our people is that indeed, if you can come out to what, because people, we know we love things which are free. But if our forefathers could have loved the free things, the Wazungus had better things could have offered them. They could have offered them good places, taking them back to wherever they could have gone. We could have not have the independence which you have right now. But they receded that the appetite, that tamaa, walikuwa hiyo tamaa hawakuwa nayo. They said, no, we have to make for our own. We don't want what we be given. We don't want things on silver plate. We have to look for us. So even us Kenyans, we could be the same right now. We don't want to be given. Let us also be the one to give, not don't always want to be given. Wanasiasa wetu wamekuwa ni wakuombaomba, ni kuzunguka tu mainchi za Europa kuchukua loans. Tamaa tu. And the whites have known that these people, if you give them something, there's nothing they cannot do. There's nothing they cannot do without money. If at least you give them something, they can sell even their people. They can sell anything they need. And that's why Adani is taking over. Because they have been given something. Now, they have been blackmailed with money. The selfishness and the greed of these people, the tumbocrats, they have.
We, tuambie je kwenda airport mazee, hataki story za hawa watu. Tunataka kujua tunaenda airport aje tafadhali. Please.
Ni sawa. Lakini ni kwamba airport kesho, lakini ingekuwa ni vizuri because I know tomorrow ingekuwa ni sahihi kwamba by 6
It's today, it's
tungekuwa
not
tumeingia
tomorrow.
pale. Yeah, okay, by today 6 kila mtu tukua tumeingia pale because I know hao watu watajaribu kuleta hao makarau and they will try to block all the access and they will be more stricter. But if kama tunaweza by saa 10 saa 11 tufike pale, tungekuwa tunashukuru sana kwa sababu that time they couldn't think that people will wake at that time for the sake of demonstration because they have that trend kwamba Wakenya kazi yetu ni demonstration tunaanzanga saa 5. By the way, that's how they think kwamba saa 5 saa 4. So if we can make by 8 tuseme by 7 kila mtu amefika pale, hata kama utafika tu utulie. Sasa na workers I know they have that plan kwamba watafika na wataanza demonstration, tuwaungane nao pamoja. We have that number, whatever I'm saying kwamba tufike number, lakini tusianze masaa 4 masaa 3 hiyo ni ukweli kwamba polisi hapo wanajua that is the active time kwamba tuna protest huwa zinaanza mtindo wa Kenya, lakini this time we be a tactful way kwamba tuweza kufika mapema kiasi kwamba even if we'll be relaxing, there is a space there, kuna uwanja, kuna parking pale. Meanwhile, you can be waiting as others will be arriving or whenever the time will be, but you find yourself inside. The problem is getting inside. But whenever it's inside, the good thing I know is that pale ndani ni ngumu warushe tear gas because it's a restricted and because they may endanger even the life and is a restricted area. You should not be hawafai kurusha vitu ambavyo ni zinahatarisha aviation and other critical infrastructure ya aviation. So it's very minimal watumie mambo ya marisasi, hata tear gas is very less unless it goes beyond of, but we know we are not that chaotic kwamba tutaenda kudistract mambo ya ama kuvunja vitu pale, but if it's just chanting, blocking only to be on the ways, that one cannot be make them to use heavy machinery. But if it's just marching toward there, I know it can make them be reluctant and watch. And there is nothing activity can go if people are making noise and chanting and always blocking way. There is no way vehicle can access. As long as we don't break anything, that's the good thing I know. So there, as long as you find yourself, I know inside there, they cannot use any force. That's what I can say. Meanwhile, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Guys, the time is, hey, Kwanzaa, what's the time? Let me check my, you know what the time is. It's 30 minutes past the top of the hour. We are speaking about today occupying JKIA. We are stopping at hashtag Stop Adani. This is Sauti Mwananchi, hosted by your very own KT, Mabonga. We have Wanyama down there. I don't know if we're going to have a space today for the 7 o'clock because, we have to focus on Mandamano. In the meantime, though, please feel free to use the number at the top to support data. He doesn't have Wi-Fi, he's just walking around. So support the data, we can keep this space going until it's time to shut it down. In the meantime, let's go to Sparks. Sparks, Learning Mandamano Day. What are you doing? How, give us, just speak to us. Sparks?
Hey guys, good morning, guys.
Bad morning to you too.
Yeah. Thanks, Toria. Thanks, TKOT. I hope Ashafika JKIA because they was by now he's supposed to have Africa Duko JKIA to pay updates, real updates. Okay. By the way, me, I'm mad about all this thing called the Adani thing because yesterday I read it somewhere online that they were trying to threaten us and they were telling us that if we try to block the Adani deal at there are some consequences of paying CG pesa ngapi sijui nini. I don't know who made those rules and how they sat down and agreed on such consequences sijui tutafanya nini. So they are trying to threaten us that tukijaribu kuprotest, tukijaribu kublock that deal isiende through, we will have some consequences. I don't know sijui nini. But by those guys, they're just trying to fool us around, and they're trying to make, by this side nimesikia there's a meeting yenye there's a emergency meeting imeitwa, but I've not confirmed it because kuna issue kubwa sana because there's a large crowd at JKIA, of which there's some flights zile zimesha kuwa cancelled, so there's nothing happening at the moment huko. So I think huyo jamaa ameogopa kiasi, but me, I'm just sick about this guy. In fact, me, I'm awake. I'm just preparing myself. I just want to start going there pole pole by 4 nita make sure niko ndani ya airport, because tukienda late kidogo 7 ifike, we will not able to get inside the airport, and we will make big impact if we protest from inside, not outside. So if we manage to make it to the main thing receiving area pale, hata tukijaa pale, police will not be able to tear gas us, hata kutupiga na marungu, they can't, because they don't know the passengers and the protesters ni kina nani. We will make a big impact there, and I think if we make it earlier, itakuwa the better. So me, I'm just listening. Let me land for now. Ni maandamano morning. Adani must go.
Okay.
Sawa sawa. Oh, pole.
Go ahead, Binti. Go.
Oh, it's okay. I was just gonna bring up nothing. Okay, you guys had Sparks is going to be there by 4 a.m. I love Mimi. Let me tell you, there's people in this what do you call this space that are listening. So when you say that you're going to be there by 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., they're going to aim to be there a good hour earlier than you. So where just come however. Nothing. Ke. Twende kazi.
Has KD spoken? I think KD has been here for a minute.
Oh,
Has KD spoken?
KD's been here the whole time with us. Don't worry about him. He'll come some other time. Come next. He's been here the whole time with us.
Oh, okay. First, as usual, I always salute our comrades, our fallen comrades, the injured, and those who are missing. It is time for everyone, including our security forces, to rise up and defend our nation against external threats and internal terrorists. This is unacceptable. This is an issue of border security. It does not make sense. After the things I've had on this space, we need to defend our sovereignty. I'm sure by now we are a laughing stock, a country that their sovereignty can be taken away at the stroke of a pen. There are people who are discussing this deal. It is not worth discussing. This is not a deal. This is hooliganism, because the government has a tool called State Office that reviews contracts, that advises the government on the next course of action, and ought to have reviewed this way before it even came to light. But clearly, this country has been on sale. But now it is time for us to send a message. Kenya is closed for business. I salute the men and women of valor at JKIA who have downed their tool. JKIA is on total shutdown, dark mode. You know, they would switch off the electricity countrywide, and no apology, no compensation, no explanation. Now we are learning from the best. JKIA is on shutdown. That is international news. Everybody will talk about this. And for that reason, that is also a wake-up call that in future,
These people can actually lock Kenyans in for no apparent reason to do what they want, when they want, how they want. Unacceptable. The only way forward is to resist Adani. We saw Guptas destroy South Africa. Adani will not destroy Kenya. We will destroy Adani. They messed up with the wrong people. We are not our ancestors. We will stand up and defend our nation. So the message is simple. Retweet every message that you come across that says stop Adani. It's the only way forward. Stop Adani. And on top of that, we want to know what is the fate of the missing children. We want to understand who are these people. How can Kenya become it's like a scrap metal, a company that has been rejected worldwide, a company that has no reputation, decides they're going to be trusted with the border security of an important country like Kenya. This is unacceptable. Have we seen this kind of behavior before? Yes. When Uganda and Tanzania wanted to unite with Kenya and build a pipeline, what did Kenya do? Inflated the cost of land, frustrated every possible avenue to unite with our neighbors and add value to our oil. Later, tallow was sold in some hush-hush deals. We have seen this for way too long. It's time to say no, and a resounding no. And when we say that the country is more important than an individual, it turns out we have to pay with our blood. Why? Look into that deal. Museveni is used to attack Kenyans on Kenyan soil. But the guy is smart. When the deal was wrong for the East African pipeline, they said no. An emissary was sent to Uganda. They negotiated. They told Kenyans, this is the only way we protect the resources of East Africa. Kenyans, what did they do? The people who sent them on the same scripts. No, a delegation was sent on taxpayers' cost to Tanzania to review the deal. Still, they went with the same mindset. So when you see Kenyans rising up and saying no to Adani, it's because we have watched for a bit too long. Then we had no voters card. Now we do. Then we thought we could tolerate them. Not anymore. That's not the way of life for Kenyans. This is the 21st century. Adani must go. And it's time, because they have proven to us they have no capacity to lead. The only way for them is to destroy. We want our country back. We want them to hand back power to the people of Kenya, because the people of Kenya trusted them, but they have shown us, and they continue to prove to us. This was going to be very simple. When Kenya started poking holes on the Adani deal, they should have said, hey, maybe this thing will not work. But Adani, puppets of the Prime Minister in India, who's in the back pocket of Bill Clown Gates. He paid him a lot of money. He built a palace, and he has helped Bill Gates to destroy India. At least the courts were fair. Bill Gates is a persona non grata in India. It needs to be the same in every African country. So our mandate right now, tag the military and tell them their work is to protect the borders of this nation. And JKIA is exactly that. We hope the men of valor will rise up and defend Kenya. Kenya is bigger than all of us. Our forefathers that we never met died, shed their blood to free the country. And great grandkids are paying with their blood. It is time as a nation to say no to Adani. A resounding no. I hope by daybreak we will not find military men and women as traffic controller. Kenya is not a police state. We are not at war. We're simply saying the voice of reason needs to rise. And because our media houses, our churches and mosques, the elderly are probably the silent majority, we will use our voices. They will lose their power. Kenya is bigger than everyone. Let's support the space. I hope KOT has already arrived safely. Stay safe. Pray. This is a spiritual battle. I've heard so much about blood, this, blood, that, blood. It's unacceptable. So we will pull down spiritual wickedness in high places. They touched a wrong nerve. Kenya will not go to the dogs. Kenya will not go to the dogs. So our military forces, Kenya police has a lot of Gen Z. Anyone, be the voice of reason and say, no, we will not destroy these people. We will not destroy the people who have decided to defend our nation with their body, with their blood. So no to Adani. Stop Adani. Adani must go. Thank you. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, Nothing. I want to just sort of redirect this conversation because yes, Adani must go. Like, today is not just about speaking. Today things are happening live. I need somebody to come and talk to us about that. Like, what are you doing? What should we do? Like, what's happening? I need also, if you have any live information that's coming in from the ground, please speak to us about that. KD, I'll go to you and then I'll go to
Talk to me. Okay.
Nani huyo?
Mimi mtu fulani nilijaribu kwenda Occupy JKIA, but kama kuna wengine mbele yangu, let them speak first, then you'll call me when my time comes.
Okay, so seeing as KD's not answering, let's just go to Melanie then. Paula, I thought you weren't answering. So let's go to KD, Melanie, and then Mutuflani. I'll come to you afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know. This is beyond being pissed, and I just want to tell you something as my brother and sister. The Kenya Airports Authority staff needs us. For them to have an impact in this fight, they really need us. And we only have one weapon as Kenyans, our numbers. So, si story na ni kwenda kupiga kelele KAA or airport or whatever. The only language you can speak that people listen to us is in numbers. And I was just thinking this to myself. What if that Finance Bill 2024 had gone through? Somebody had mentioned it had a lot of demons in it. I think this is just part and parcel of what they're being that we're being warned about. So, na tulitokelezea 25th, and then everything, a statement was made in the whole world. Mazetu yani, we really have to be out there. I don't want to go into details or say anything more than that. The Kenya Airports Authority staff members need us. JKIA, without us, is gone. It is that simple. Don't even tell me you have a member of parliament. He's not speaking for you. The only person I have is you. The only person you have is me. So Maze, when what's his name? The guy who's just saying he's on his way to the airport. When he says he's on his way, the only person he needs is me. The Mimi KOT needs me. For him to have a valid voice out there, I need to be there with him. And for those who say they cannot make it on the ground, just give that moral support you need. Like everyone here should actually be retweeting and saying stop Adani. We should be doing like every other time, because this is not something very light. We just need to be out there. Keep this in mind. KAA staff needs me and you for them to have an impact. For JKIA to be Kenyan owned, we need to be out there. If you can slip around those words, I'm very sure you'll see the reason why we don't have peace even amongst us. It's not something funny. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, KD. I won't even speak after you. You guys, you've heard the tone has been set. So let's follow that tone. Melanie, hi.
Hi, Binti. Can you hear me?
100%. Go ahead.
Okay. So thank you for this opportunity. And I want to congratulate the KAA staff. You know, we went to bed, some of us are traveling, and we didn't even know they were planning this. Congratulations. You know, when people know, these politicians know what you're going to do next, they're going to attack in a way. And what we are going to do this time, we are not going to stop. It's not going to be every Tuesday, next Tuesday, the other Tuesday. It's not going to be like that. We need to be on the streets. We need to go to JKIA once, and we're not going to come back. Because if we come back, they're just going to wait for us to calm down or tear gas us. It's going to be the normal thing. We were on the streets for about, was it 2 months? And everything is back to normal right now. On the 19th of August, Karen Nyamu, she said, she posted a picture of Ruto, and she said, true definition of when you understand the game, you don't panic. You know, they're just waiting. They are somewhere. They're like, wacha waende hiyo maandamano. Wakimaliza, Adani will come. They have to take over. You know, they're going to benefit in ways that I don't even understand how, but my Lord, let's not go to sleep even. Let's not. I'm very upset. And then the thing of, hello, can you hear me, Binti?
Yes, I can hear you. You lost for a second, but I can hear you now. Carry on.
Okay, so the thing of these politicians wanting to dictate us, you know, that you're here and then gari inataka kupita. These people should stop. From the way we are going to occupy JKIA, the way Mweru said it is going to be process after process after process. Let's not give up. Let's go once and for all. Tusirudi kwa nyumba. Usirudi nyumbani. Mimi, I'll be there in JKIA tomorrow morning. By 6 a.m. I'll be there. Please be there. Usiogope, kuja. Kuja. If they're going to block us, come with bags. Pretend you're a traveler. Put those banners in the bags and come and show them. Stop Adani. We are not going to continue. Hatutaendelea hivi. Wakenya hatutaendelea hivi. We cannot. No. Hiyo nimekataa. Hatutaendelea. Get angry enough. Let's go occupy JKIA. Let's go all of us the way we showed up on 25th of June. Tusibebwe ufala tena. Hii kitu inafaa kuisha. You cannot say, I was with my sister today taking an evening drive along the Red Hill Road, and we picked this a man in his 50s, and this guy kidogo anatuambia, unajua Ruto si shida ni wale wanamzunguka. Ruto ni shida. Ruto atakuuza wewe mwenyewe, like as an individual, as a Kenyan. Ruto will sell the Eiffel Tower to you. Ruto is the one that is selling JKIA. JKIA has been in our hands tangu, was it 1963? Na sasa inataka kwenda. No, I mean, that is mad. We are not taking that. For those few remarks, I thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Melanie. Sorry. Paula, sorry, endelea.
I wanted to tell Melanie, like, whoever thinks that Ruto can change or can be a nice guy or he's not the disaster is wrong. Someone who can't listen to his advisors, he is the one who is advising them on what to do. No, no, no. Ruto must go, Adani must go. Yeah? Adani must go.
Thank you. Hashtag stop Adani. And use our tip jar, by the way. You have a comrade that's en route to the airport or maybe even there. Yeah, we don't even know. Wherever he is, he doesn't have Wi-Fi. So please support him. To Fulani, hi.
Hi, Nico.
Endelea.
Sasa me was on the last Occupy JKIA event. So even getting to JKIA was an issue. So I just want to prepare guys. Goons wataletwa. Believe you me. Goons wataletwa na watatembea na pikipiki. All the bili kwa hii side ya chini, hii side ya Syokimau. You can't even get there. Ukijaribu makarao wako hapo. I just want to prepare you guys. Makarao wako hapo. If you're walking, utaulizwa, we unafanya nini hapa? Ujitetee, useme unaenda wapi. Hiyo ndawaachia. I don't want to say much because if I say much here, they are listening. Kitu ingine, don't come there without a purpose. Just know what your purpose is. Me, I went there. Nilifungiwa njia zote za kufika hapo. Me, I was alone. Maybe this time it might be different because we have cow. We have those guys. Because the last time when they are at the airport, it was ni Gen Z tu anapiga kelele. So maybe this time it will be different. Let's see. Misuse uoga. Watu waende. Let's go. Tuende. And the other thing, this space is back open. Don't close it because now we don't have media. We don't have media. Media haiko. So this is our media. Juu media waliitwa State House, wakapigwa lecture after 25th of June, wakapigwa lecture, wakapewa zao za macho, wakasema they won't cover. Coverage is, they'll come there, they'll come there, yes, they'll cover, but it won't be live. They'll record and show it on the news, and what's on the news is very edited, very sanitized, very edited. So ni sisi wasisi tuende hapo na masimu zetu na turecord, tuweke Twitter, TikTok, whatever you like, weka hapo. But hizi za Zuckerberg sizipendi. Just try TikTok and Twitter. Zuckerberg is not a good guy. You'll be your video will be taken down very fast faster than the other platforms though. But kuna vile tunaweza cheza nazo. But sasa hapa ni strategy. Watu wengi sana wanaongea hapa Ruto must go, Ruto whatever. Let's talk about tomorrow, or rather today. Today is stop Adani. So what are we, wale wanaenda, jipangeni, chukua kama uko na mtu wa Ndudhi. I think the Ndudhi way is the best. Ndudhi, or you walk or you find people of common interest. But sisi wa Kenya, sijui, it's very hard to trust people because hujui nani. Tomorrow they'll drop guys there. Watu wa CID, hujui nani ni CID, hujui nani ni nini, hujui nani atakoka kwa buti ya Subaru. Be careful. Be very careful tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Enda na watu wako. Kama uko solo, reach out. That's why I'm telling you to keep this space open. even this space sawa, unaweza pata mtu ameingia DM au yeye ni nani. It's better to stick to people you know, or stick to big wigs or someone kama mtu kaa KOT mnaweza mtrust kama ako pale, na kuna watu wengine akina Six akina Ayo, okay, hao huwezi wapata juu hao wanakuwa na mpango zao, but I don't know, it's not easy. These things are not easy. Si rahisi. You can go there and you're there, nimefika. The only people you see ni makarao. It's very easy for you to turn back. So kaa hapo, chill out, observe, look around and see who you can trust. You need to make a very quick decision over there on who to trust, but let your gut guide you. That's all.
Sawa. Thank you very much, Mtufulani. You guys are requesting to keep this space open. Lakini now, we need you guys. If we're gonna keep this space open, it has to be up to Mabonga, and then Wanyama actually, because that's meant to be a slot technically, and I can see you there. So hi. But yes, I think that's a good point. It's important to have a space or like just somewhere where people are able to just give updates, I guess.
It's okay, Binti. In fact, I would rather mtu wa diaspora I host. Watu wako diaspora ndo wanafaa kuhost hii kitu. That's where watu wa diaspora should come in. They host this space because sisi tukiweka tutawekwa ndani juu ya incitement. We'll be called in because of incitement. So I prefer someone hii space inaweza isha and come back again, but someone in diaspora to host it. That's all I'm asking.
Sawa. Point noted, point taken. We shall look into that and we will give you updates on what's happening, I guess, throughout as we carry on. So thank you very much, Mtufulani, for your ideas. Guys, I was going to say tomorrow. Today is #Stop Adani Day. If you don't know what that means, we are trying to stop this company from wherever they're coming from to come and from coming into our country and taking over all our resources. We already have people on the ground. People are already at Jomo. The KIA staff has already started their strike. So it is now up to us, whether you're in Kenya, if you're going to go physically, make sure that you arrive there in time, because we've seen what's happened in the past. We've seen trucks arriving there at like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So make sure that you beat those trucks, those police trucks. Otherwise, if you are not going there physically, find a way to support whoever's there, like whoever's got ground. So yes, we have to do this all at once. I can see Prince Baha, you have your hand up, and then we'll go to Liberation Kenya. So Prince Baha, hi. Also, hi Kowino. Prince Baha, go ahead.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Okay. Kwanza Keotie amefika ama bado? Naweza tupea update ama naweza ongea kidogo alafu niendelee?
Waendelea, usijali mahali KT yuko.
Okay, sasa kwa wale kesho tunaamka kwenda hiyo JKIA, na kwa wale ambao tumekuwa kwa hizo previous demos tumeona vile polisi wanatutreat, na hiyo ni kitu tu lazima kesho itakuwa, kwa sababu na tunajitoa mkora, tunajitoa jambazi sugu. So mimi sina mambo mengi ya kuongea, nilikuwa nataka kwa wale tutafika kesho. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so kwa nasema kwa wale tutafika kesho, tujaribu kuwa into groups at least we take care of each other. Tukuwe tuna moto moja, one for all for one. Tushikane vizuri na tusikubali mwenzetu abibwe karibu yetu. Like we have to do something, because angalia kama the Kitengela 3 bado yulikani mahali wako mpaka sahi. so hatuwezi kubali tena kesho wengine tena wapotee. So mimi ningeomba tu mtu asitembee peke yake kesho, tukue pamoja, na ukikuwa karibu na watu usikubali mwenzako abebwa ukiangalia. Usikubali urushwe tegas ukimbia mwenzako akichukuliwa. Kama ni tegas tukule sisi wote tukiwa kitu kimoja. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Prince Baha. And by the way, that's a thing that we've struggled with in the past. You know, when you see somebody being carried away, don't allow it. Fight for them. They're innocent. They're just carrying, what is it, a water bottle, a flag, and their phone. Don't allow it to happen, please. Don't allow them, because sometimes these people go away, and we have not seen some people since 25th of June. We don't know where they are. We don't know what happened to them. So, be your brother's keeper. Be your sister's keeper. Liberation Kenya, sasa.
Poa sana binti, mambo?
Si poa, but endelea tu.
Okay, sawa. Shukran sana for the space. Shukran sana KOT, Toria, na malisteners wote. For me, Kenya naweza sema ni shukran sana kwa ground. Wase wote wenye wana represent fraternity yote ya Wakenya. Shukran sana. At least mnajikaza mnaishia huko. For me siko Kenya. Niko Qatar. But tunaona tu everything mnadu huko. Yani tunawashukuru tu sana for representing us. Hopefully nitakuwa Kenya in the next few days. So wenye wataenda huko kesho, tuseme leo, jikazeni huko. Yani ni mbaya. Kuna vitu zinachukuliwa hivyo tu tukiona. Hiyo hakuna kitu kaa hiyo. Kwani Ruto anataka kuuza airport kaa nani? Si yake. So jikazeni tu huko, shikilieni kabisa. Mbaya tu litaendaje. Na at least kama tunaweza get ma updates kwa hii space venye mmesema itakuwa open, itakuwa fiti kabisa. Poa, shukran.
Wow. Ni saa ngapi binti huko bado amo?
Yeah, no, me, I'm still here. Lakini if you want to keep the space open, we need people to changa to that tip line on the top.
Yeah, by the way, mkumbuke ni leo, by the way, si kesho. Wacheni kusema kesho, ni leo. It's today. And KOT atumii wifi now since ana trek ama ana travel to the airport. Fake Adani deal. So hashtag to keep pushing hiyo hashtag ya stop Adani na hashtag sauti ya mwananchi. Kuna data tipja hapo 0710452543 ita kuambia ni Marvin Mabonga, hiyo ni data support number. So guys, since muna suggest we keep the space running, msupport Mabonga hapo na data. You can buy data, unaweza tuma venye whichever way you feel like it's good for you. Yeah, so to retreat, hashtag stop Adani na to occupy JKIA. Let's go. This is a very, very nice chance yenye tumepewa. Let's go. Let's grab the opportunity. So, Binti, sijui who was next. Kowino, hi. Sijui who was next, Binti.
Ni sawa tu, Kowino. Hello, fellow co-host Kwaje.
Poa sana binti, ni aje?
Mi siko sawa, but you know it's you guys. We're supporting you guys.
Lazima. Hey guys, nimemiss kila mtu hapa. Tori, I hope you're good. Binti, I hope you're not good. Binti, I hope you're not good. KOT, na I hope hauko sawa. Kila mtu nimeona mtu fulani and everyone else. Mweru and everyone else. I hope you're all not good. Kama uko Kenya tafadhali, you should be planning kulala sahi because asubuhi tuko streets. You're back to square one, majama. They've sold our soul to the devil. Yeah. So itabidi tu tumerudi. We go back the street where hakuna option. Tutapigana nao vile inafaa. So imebidi. Hii haina shortcut hii. Jamani wakora wote. System ni ya majambazi na uwezi. By the power ya Kenya iko na nini? Sometimes I ask myself, hebu jiulize hii power inakuwaga na nini? Yani hata mtu umejua watu wakutaki lakini huwezi resign. How sweet is it? Mpaka unajua watu wakutaki, watu walikuweka wako tayari wakutaki, lakini wewe huwezi toka. Bado unaendelea tu kuwaibia and all that shit. But ni sawa, tutafika hii safari, twende tuchukue airport yetu kwanza. Adani lazima waishie kwenye walitoka. Magasi yao. Toda ni bo. Msichoke majamaa, msichoke. Hii vita ishi leo, msichoke. So kama uko Kenya, tafadhali taka umeweka space ka background noise, tafadhali weka na ulale. Binti na Tori, asanteni, kazi safi mnaifanya. Taka mko iko nje, mrun tu space mpaka saa. People also need updates, so it has to be there running. Kuna wenye najua hadi washadoze wako karibu kuamka. Mbebe hizo firimbi na bendera. Tukutane streets, asanteni.
Wait, Karina, before you go, actually, you're a good person to ask this. So we've been told to keep the space running, like during the Mandamano. So is it worth shutting down now for like maybe 2 or 3 hours so people can actually be forced to go to sleep and then wake up and open it then? Like for the next 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes or so, we just run it until then and then allow people to rest and then we open up again later. Ama we just keep it going the whole
Okay, maybe you can close what will get rest, maybe some 3 hour 4 hour rest. Come morning again, you can put it on. You can talk to your team as a on. So because of course I know not everyone will be going. Kuna wenye pia wako Nairobi, kuna wenye wako Kenya. Yeah, so it can go off. People to get some rest because again there are people who won't get some rest if the space is on. Hata me personally, siwezi taka maybe to go off because I want to hear you people. But again, I have to get some rest if I'll be in the streets in the morning. So maybe you can plan it maybe in the next 30 minutes. Then people can get some rest in the morning. Watu waamka kienda huko, it can be back on for updates, all that. Yeah.
Hey, Koino, niko na swali.
Yes,
We don't
yes,
have
mtu
media
fulani.
because we don't have media. So this is our media. So if you switch it off, let it will
Yes,
wale
yes.
wanaenda kama mtu
Actually,
by now mtu asha decide anaenda, na kama mtu ako undecided atajua aje? Unajua mi nataka kuamka asubuhi nijue haya nani wako kwa ground, nani hayuko, nani so ama ile ku psych up as we go, we need that.
yeah, na kuget
All
mtu
need
fulani,
that.
and actually na kuget kabisa, and I completely agree with you. That is why nilikuwa nasema maybe if the co-hosts need some rest and the host wanaweza rest, but again ikifika morning tukaa 7 ama 8 the space will be back on, ndio watu waendelee nayo. Again, don't forget Marvin Mabonga hapa, kijana mwanafunzi bado, so anatumia data majamaa, so please hiyo tip ja hapo mnamwekea kakitu, anaendelea kusustain the space again. On the other hand, the space can still just run, inaweza run hata 24 hours kama mnataka hiyo, that is not a problem, so long as kuna data inaweza run tu hadi 24 hours, so that is not an issue. Mwendelee kumwekea hapo kwa kitu tafadhali, the space can just go. Yeah.
Tunaweza mwekea but moderators wakue, but ama inaweza drop irudi and someone from diaspora to host it, because hii kitu mali inaenda, unaona hawaja mawadani, they're coming sideways. By the way, these guys are rough, so I'd rather mse wa diaspora host, ndio sitaki Mabonga ingekuwa shida at incitement or whatever like that, so it's better mtu wa diaspora I host.
Sawa. We hear you.
Yeah,
You.
Binti is here. Binti is sauti ya mwananchi, team sauti ya mwananchi. So if Mabonga's on will go down, ama Mabonga tutakuwa naye kwa streets, probably Binti will host the space because ama Wanyama anaweza, ama Wanyama can continue the morning session.
I was
So
gonna say we usually morning session anyway.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that will be the case. Again, guys, all I can tell you is keep tweeting, keep tweeting. Your hashtag should be trending number one, but we need to hit even at least 2 million hashtag stop Adani, please. Keep tweeting. Again, ukitweet hashtag ikianzanga kukutrend hivyo sana na the government want to censor it kama spam. Make sure you write something. Ukiandika tu stop Adani peke yake itaanza kukuwa censored kama spam, so it won't trend. So just you can write something then ndio weke hiyo hashtag stop Adani. Yeah, but keep tweeting, msisahau kutweet. Tafadhali keep tweeting every single minute, keep tweeting.
So mtu fulani, I think
And
the
and
best thing
and
to
and and,
That's
and,
all
and if
good,
you sorry
but
Binti, and
we
if
need
you meet
somebody.
those tweets za stop Adani again, kama mtu ame nini, you repost them as many as you can. Yeah, thank you, Binti.
No, thank you very much. So I think the best thing is, as of now, we'll just close temporarily, only for like maybe 2 or 3 hours or so. And then I will contact Wanyama because we usually have the morning show anyway from 7. Ask him if he wants to open maybe like 6:30 or something like that. But we will try and still have something going during the day so that you guys can use this as use Sauti ya Mwananchi as your media outlet, if you want, if I can call it that. So yes, we'll try to do that, but we also want you guys to go ground Mlale. By the Mlale, get energy for just 2 hours and then come back out. So yes, I don't know if you guys are okay with that. I don't know if that makes sense. I will speak to Mabonga and Wanyama. We just see how we can keep it going at the same time. So yes, Sasa. Okay, Tribeless, I see that you came up to the mic. Sasa, some too. Huh?
Binti, one thing. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
you to call it let's raise that issue with the listeners. Wale wanataka tuendelee kipi space na ikuwe na mtu wa diaspora na host. Let people have their say. If not, sawa, we'll drop the space at whatever time people decide we need to drop the space. Amaje.
Yes, sawa. And whoever wants to come to the mic and speak to us now and tell us your opinion, the mic is open. Feel free to come up. We'll listen to you and we shall all deliberate together. So yes, of course, that's fine to Flani. Okay, so
But the topic is stop Adani. Stop
Oh, of
Adani.
course. By the way, but just pause for a second. Everybody over here, please just go to your Twitter and tweet something. As soon as I finish this sentence, I'm going to tweet something right now. And whatever Karina just said, don't just put the hashtag because I've done that before myself. Say something first and then put the hashtag. So hashtag Stop Adani and tag Sauti92. Tribeless, Sema.
Thank you so much, Binti Africa. Thank you so much, everyone, wherever you are, wherever you are. Sorry, I've come in a bit late. I've been just studying a lot of things happening in Kenya. And I think sometimes one would say that we need to close Kenya for serious renovation. Everything is completely leaking. It's outrageous. This is ridiculous. And I'm so happy at what's happening at the airport today. I am a happy person. I don't like economic sabotage, but where we have reached at this particular point, that is the language which the government seems to understand. And of more importance, and to what worries me most, is that the government has to wait to get to this point. And the government, this is how things are. I know the government operatives are here. I know NIS agents are here. I know state house operatives. Amongst this 188 participants remaining here, I know government operatives are here because I normally clip through here, and I can see definitely. I'm pretty sure government operatives are here. But that is very good because at least they will understand our voices. And if they want to kill all of us, fine. They will not. They will kill all of us. But at least history will judge us that during some particular time we rightfully agitated for change and we wanted to stop what they old relics think was right. Because tell me for sure. Look at in fact, it is now emerging, members. It is now emerging that Adani is not just after the airports. Adani is after the minerals. Adani is after the electricity. They want to control the power lines. They want to. I mean, look at this is very, very outrageous. Look at these people. They want to put up. They want to control power lines from as far as the Vika, Maya, Konza transmission, Rongai, Keringet, Chemosit, Olkala. Oh my goodness, Rumuruti. Those three are the major power lines in this country. One power line supplies Mount Kenya. The other one goes to Rift Valley, to Nyanza, to Western. The other one goes through Meru to Northeastern. I mean, what kind of people can we be? I'm very happy that the government people are listening to us. You people, you people of the DCI, you people of the NACE and people of State House. Even if you are working for government, I know you are being paid, but for heaven's sake, for a little iota of your own thinking, mukuwe tu na fikira kidogo ya Kenya. Kenya is the only country we have. Even if you want to arrest people, you want to arrest the youth, you want to arrest us, you want to tear gas us, you want to gun us down, to assassinate and to bulldoze us and to abduct us, for heaven's sake, are you also concerned that this is our country? This is the only country we have, and all these things are going to happen. Are you concerned that this eat you up as people? Because I know you are not too old people. You probably, some of you are in your 30s and 40s and 20 something, blah, blah. For heaven's sake, you're going to have kids if you don't have. Are you concerned that this is the only country we have? Are you trading our country for just mshahara? Are you ready to trade your motherland for just mshahara or some peanuts? This money will come and go. It will come and go. Look at your country. When you go to arrest someone, a young man agitating for change, just because you are a blogger, you are being paid pale to blog for Adani or to blog for what? I mean, for heaven's sake, can you also sometimes sit down and look at your life and look at some things which we need to change? You know, it hurts, it's saddening, it depresses my heart when I see police officers. I know you're being used, I know you're being paid money, but sometimes put the interests of your country ahead of everything. Kenya is greater than all of us. Definitely, we don't need Adani. You know, we know, everybody know, even Ruto knows we don't need Adani. Na hii pesa yote mnanyakua, your bosses wananyakua, wanaipeleka wapi? Hizi deal zote, siku ya kukufa, utakufa tu. Just, unapata politicians, some of your bosses, I'm speaking because I know you're here. Some of your bosses, wakotuna one baby, one or two kids. Now already you are billionaires, maze. You're already billionaires. Si hata tu mwanewa watu wa maskini, oruma tu kidogo tu maze. Kidogo tu. Some of us, we have seen systems work outside Kenya. I am not disparaging you, but it is just, we've seen how systems work outside Kenya. We know systems can work in Kenya. We know we have enough resources. We have enough minerals. We have enough manpower. We have enough human resource to be able to transform our country. But listen, we're not going to transform this if you people, your bosses, are sleeping now in their houses and you spying on us. Fine, spy on us. It's fine. I know it's part of the work that you need to do. But when you want to go and kill a young man, you want to go and abduct a young man who is asking pertinent questions, for heaven's sake, can you ask yourself, you are a brother, you have a sister, you are someone's baby. Your baby is probably 1 or 2 years old. Are you not happy that we want to change the country for the better? Do you think those who live outside Kenya enjoy it? Some of these people have no quality of life. They work 24/7. Why? They can't even eat the food they want because those food are not there. They live on GMOs. For heaven's sake. Why? Just because they are looking for money, because things are not working in Kenya. Can we have some kasi kidogo tu, akitu kidogo tu. Mimi si watusi. I want to try and impart some little sense in you. Hii si matusi. I know you need this job to earn a living, but for heaven's sake, Mimi tu ninawaomba tu kwenye unyenyekevu, I mean, sometimes just sit down wherever you are and ask yourself if you want Adani to control your airport, if you want Adani to control your electricity transmission, you want Adani to control your clean energy. And you even go ahead, your bosses go ahead to send letters to people, to Kenyans who tracked this, Kenyans who blew the whistle from as far as outside the country. I mean, for heaven's sake, I know your boss William Ruto, you even some mtu ameblow two whistle maze, amesema listen, hapa kuna ubaya, bado mnamtumia barua na yuko Kenya. Surely, what is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Let me tell you, ile siku utafukuzwa kazi, unaona hizi vitu unafanya sahi, because I know you here. Ile kitu unafanya sahi, ile siku utafukuzwa kazi, it will come to haunt you. It will come to haunt you. Now ndio utajua ulikuwa unatumika. For now, you can do whatever you want to do. You want do whatever you want to do.
Troubles. Oh, can I just pause you one second? Have you ever worked in government?
I have worked in government myself, yes.
In what capacity?
I've worked in government in the Department of Health, but then I don't want to go past that, but in the Department of Health.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sasa, hao majamaa wenye una plead nao, unadhani watakusikiza? Because hao ni watu wale, they're hardened colonial people. Wamelelewa na ile katiba ya zamani na wamekatalia hapo, hawezi songa. Hata hii mambo unaongea, unaona huu ni mjinga tu ya jiki anasema.
Let me just tell you
vile tunataka, na huyu jamaa anaongea tu nonsense. According to them.
Unaona wase, you see, in this group, Sahi, if you want to know, those people are here. Now, NIS, National Intelligence Service, they operate 24/7. They don't sleep. And the people who are unaona wale watu wanaumiza vijana, and the people who are being used are the people, are the employees who are in the ages of 30s and 40s. I have friends. I went to a big high school. I can tell you, I have friends and colleagues of high school who work in NIS. I have friends who work in the Department of DCI. In fact, more than 5. We normally speak outside work. These people wanaambiwa hizo spaces muishi huko. Unapata mtu, someone is reporting to work, kazi yake tu ni kuingia hapa kwa spaces. Ana collect huyu mabonga ako wapi, nini anasema kuna na kalamu na karatasi. In fact, let me tell you, my colleague was just asking me a question. If the young people in these departments can reason out, I know they won't, but if they can reason out, if they can see sense, I can tell you for sure, some of these things can stop. Majority of these things can stop. Look at police officers. Nani wanaua watu ages of 30, 40. You will not see those 50 and above bosses pale na bunduki. Funny enough, these people wenye wanaua vijana wako na watoto wenye wako 2, 3, 4 years old who will need the same country. So this is the most painful part of it. So majama, me, what I can say is, let's come out, let's fight for what we think, because this is the language that these people understand. But Nikiland, what I can only learn is that I think one person I will hate for the rest of my life. I used to like him for the rest of my life, but I will hate him for the rest of my life, is Raila Odinga. If Raila Odinga, I know he wanted to survive, but if he did not join government, hii serikali tulikuwa tumeshika na makende. Tulikuwa tumeshika na makende vizuri, na I'm pretty sure Ruto angekuwa anafanya. Amerudi kwa ile arrogance yake ya kitambo. ile tu ya kitambo ndo amerudi, because he knows very well hata tukifanya aje ameshika nchi kisiasa, but it's fine, we will push him, we will fight him, and he can ignore the power of the people, but I can assure you this won't last. Itafika mahali the center will not hold, the center of his your madharau yake, it will not hold. Na majama, let's keep pushing, let's keep tweeting. I'm so happy someone mtu alikuwa akoko pale JKIA aja travel flight imekuwa cancel, alikuwa tu in the last 1 hour alikuwa ananiambia venye maneno imekuwa huko. Me, I don't like economic sabotage, but that is the best language the government understands, and that's what we are ready to do. Let's keep pushing, and hopefully we can get somewhere. Thank you so much, co-host and the host.
Thank you very much, Tribeless. Guys, today is Occupy JKIA, hashtag Stop Adani Day. Please, I want to hear from DJ Ondiegi. Sasa, thank you very much, Tribeless.
Hello binti.
Sasa uko aje?
Niko poa. First of all, before tuendelee, ningependa tu kwanza kuconfirm kama ninasikika vizuri juu where I live, my house mazee haina net na natumia data, so I have to be at a certain position. Nikisonga, I'm down.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. Just stay there. Don't move.
So, first things first, I would like to ask you a question. Are you in Kenya ama uko abroad?
Mi niko tu.
Oh, no, okay, because nataka tu clear history ya what is the name? Okay, siwezi hata taka kuinua kichwa niangalie screen juu nikiangalia na inaweza shuku net inaweza anguka.
Oh, so
Uh,
you're thinking about whether we're gonna keep the space open or not. So the one thing we can all agree on is the fact that we need to have something open during the day, right? That's what everybody wants. Something that we can all see news live from. Correct?
yeah, okay. The thing is, the only issue, was the name of that guy, Mazes? Given to what? The only issue with people is their concern is
Hebu ngoja DJ
yes,
DJ,
nakusikia.
uko mbali sana, sikuget poa.
Okay,
Sijui binti kama unampata clear, ako mbali jo.
the problem
Yeah.
ni
DJ karibia simu.
Ako mbali sana.
unless wacheni nitoke nje, wacheni tu ni mute nitoke nje, malinet ni fiti, then I request for the mic.
Okay, poa.
So. Okay, so in the meantime, on Sando, hi.
Ngoja kidogo. Sikia DJ. Binti umesema aje? Tunaendelea kukaa hapa ama tunaenda kulala?
See, that's what we're deliberating about. We're waiting for now DJ to go and outside and give us his opinion. Now I want to hear on Sando's opinion. That's what we're trying to figure out. On Sando, hi.
Hi, Binti. Hi, KOT. Hi, Toria. Hi, everybody on space today. So I think we did it. We did it. Looking at what is happening at the airport right now, it's a win. It's a win for us. We sent them a warning. We are coming for them today. And the fact that it's happening, we did it. Now, what's remaining is for us to go out there and join the rest of them and paralyze everything. No activity should be going on today at the airport. Okay? Huyu mjinga ametuzoea sana 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 sana. And why do we have to? Okay, there's no more asking questions because there's nobody to answer our questions anymore. I do commend the job that the High Court has done. It's a good move. I know there is going to be a lot of resistance from this stupid government, but I feel like we will win at the end. We will win. We cannot afford to lose our airport to Ruto like that. I think it's Ruto hiding behind Adani and he has some ill motives on our country's assets. Now, this thing usually ends very, very bad with people who play this kind of games that Ruto is playing. It has happened before in other countries of Africa, not necessarily selling the airports, but we've seen some bad leaders, dictators, and the end story is always so bad. And I can see Ruto's end getting very, very near and very, very close. It will be very, very ugly for him. People have people have awakened up right now, and whatever that is happening should keep go. We should keep pushing them. We have to keep pushing them out. That is the only way. Nobody's waiting for 2027. No. Well, if we have to get there with him, then it has to be a roller coaster for him. The road has to be very bumpy for him. He's not going to have a smooth ride. Okay. I don't care that people, a lot of people who work in the government, anybody who works in the government, they're, obviously supporting the move and the move that the government is doing, and they have refused to listen to what danger this thing has to the economy of the country. I said before that Ruto is the most dangerous person we have. Is the worst news we have for our country. This guy is not going to develop the country in any. Our country is not going to develop under his leadership. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing. No single road these guys have constructed. No single road. We cannot. The moment they got into power, the hospitals that were at level 5 dropped down to a dispensary level. That's how bad it is. We had drugs. Now we cannot. We don't have drugs. I don't know. I don't know what happened, if they had anything to play with it, but yes, it does have a lot to do with the leader of the day. If the things are not working, the vital things that we expect to work, like hospitals, schools, and the transport system, those three things are broken. We are so behind right now. I envy Tanzania. I feel like Tanzania is, they're already on the next level as we speak. Look at this. We don't even have the facility to play games. We have to go beg to play in Tanzania. That is how stupid we look right now as a country. Our economy is so stupid, so fucked up. Sorry.
Boss, can we stick to the topic? The topic is Stop Adani. We are not ranting. We have been ranting for a long time, since 25th June. Let's stick to the topic.
Okay, you proceed then.
So,
No,
Sandra, it's okay. Just land in the next 30 seconds or so. On Sandra?
No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Thanks.
Okay, no problem.
Glad you can continue.
No problem. You're welcome. DJ, you're back. Tuongeleshe basi. Let's.
Hi, sorry. Can I just say something?
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Can I just say something? I don't think, even though we're sticking to the topic, at the same time, you should also appreciate that like the issue is emotive, so you shouldn't just like cut people off, telling them what they should say. I mean, I think we should also have some leeway. We shouldn't like, because the guy was saying some really like serious things, like they mean a lot to the guy. So at least if it's possible, we can like not cut people off like that.
Point noted, point taken. Okay, so guys, let me just remind us that today is Stop Adani, hashtag Stop Adani Day. Make sure that you're retweeting that hashtag with your statements before you put the hashtag, because as our fellow co-host Kowino just pointed out, it might get filtered or like blocked as spam or whatever. So just say something and then hashtag Stop Adani, hashtag Sauti ya Mwananchi. And as we said, our host is in the ground right now, so he doesn't have Wi-Fi. Please support his data using 07104-525-43, and it will bring up Mabonga. So DJ, I hope you're in a space where you're able to now talk to us. I'll let you guys speak, then I'll give my own opinion over why I think what I think. But DJ, please speak to us.
I hope I'm audible now,
Yes, we can hear you.
because I've literally had to climb on the wall. Huku mahali niko, I call it handaki. I love it venye iko because it gives me some peace of mind. But when it comes to spaces is where now it draws the line. What I what I was saying, the concern of people wanting the space to be alive. Let me tell you, watu wataki kupumzika. Watu wako na hasira yenye kupumzika to them is like a nightmare. Like when you tell people to sleep, they see it like, hey, morning it's the time to go to nini, and when we know that the media is already gagged, and at the moment we really depend on this space. Uh, Personally, I really wished I've been to Nairobi, but the problem is in the morning I have an early event, and it's a Rorashio, and I wouldn't wish to miss. Now, since I'm a hand-to-mouth person, I have to be there. But I'll look for a ways to support our guys. It is really ametushikilia sana, and ukiona imefika to next time, mimi mpaka mali nimekuja kupanda ukuta bwana ndo niongee. It is no joke because this thing is so painful. Tampering with the sovereignty of our country is no joke. Eh? And like hata sijui niseme nini, I've been listening to this space like ukiona nimeng'ang'ana nitafute net, like it's so frustrating in that even asking why do we have these so-called members of parliament, kwani is their task only kututengenezea barabara, mashule, kutusimamia? What is their representative? Like these people, they're not even we should even abolish the us having MPs, because they should be there. They should be telling the president, we are the representatives of the citizens of Kenya. They are bringing up an issue that the Adani deal is wrong. Am I getting the wrong perspective on us having members of parliament? Why are we having these people to represent us, yet they are not representing us? Eh? Their work is just busy fooling us that, oh, tumewatengenezea barabara, we build you infrastructure, tumeenda kule shuleni tumewatengenezea choo. Sasa tule choo, tule choo na nchi yetu yachomeka. Eh? Anyway, sina mengi ya kusema. Ilikuwa tu kitu fulani nimetisha mic is all about the people concern of the space kuwa live. The space should be live. Don't tell drop ati because ati unataka watu arrest. People don't want to rest. Watu wataki kupumzika. I think that was the problem with okay, mtu fulani alikuwa ndo maana kutake watu, ukiambia mtu anataka kupumzika, we nenda kapumzike, watu wataki kupumzika. What we can do is if we can get to various co-hosts to run as you rest, to give you time to rest, that will be good. But if you're telling them you shutting down, then watu wapumzike. Watu kuna mtu hapa amekaa kwa hii space ako like I don't care. Mimi niko hapa nataka kukuwa na hii update, nataka pia kujua venye nitaingia. Unaona? Yes, the other thing about entering JKIA, for now they know they are on high alert. Kitu I will request of people, since you know kwa wale ambao wameenda JKIA, they have security and they have uh, equipment that can inside nini. So enda kama msafiri, plakadi yako acha ikuwe t-shirt. andika marker pen, chora t-shirt nini, ndio unajua wakiona ile kitu iscan maandishi, unaona. But pale unajua sasa wamepewa new security measures ya kucounter outsiders wasiingie, so we have to counter this, we have to be smart hata kama wakapo wanatusikia hawezi toa t-shirt zote, manguo zote. Kama unaona wanaangalia t-shirt, andika maandishi yako kwa trouser. Kama zile andika kwa boxer, utaivaa juu ya trouser. Anyway, sina mengi kusema. I would like to drop it, freezing cold. Pia nataka kuteremka nirudi nitafute tena net niendelee kusikiza space. Thank you.
Bro, wacha tupe advice. Pale makara watakuwa, unajua hapa hii area ya airport hivi iko na mabarracks ziko tu hapo mbele. Kuna police, kuna AP training hapo mbele nini. Those guys will come there and will be ready. Ukionekana tu na hizo maandishi kitu yote unakaa tu, unaona, ukivaa hiyo t-shirt yenye iko na maandishi ya anything, afadhali uvae tu kijampa juu.
Inamaanisha uandika go unaenda kwa venye na maandishi ipaka kwenye begi. Ndio maana nimesema itapita kwenye ule mtu ambaye ako scan the x-ray thing put it in the bag. Ukifika kule
Toa hiyo sweta ama nini, ukifika karibu toa tu, but ukikuja uvae. Kama unakuja na mat ama na nduthi, vaa kitu juu ya kufunika, but usionekane tu hivi. Maliza basi.
Usiende JKIA pia ukiwa
Tupatie game.
JKIA ukiwa unatembea. Usiende JKIA ukiwa unatembea. Na ukienda JKIA ukiwa unatembea unajiuza mazi pale wanajua kuna classes pia, respect kidogo, hata chukua nduthi man. Fika pale useme wewe ni ule msafiri mwenye ulifika na nduthi, wewe ni ule msafiri unafaa kufly kwenda Mombasa bwana. Unaona? So kama una nini placards, unajua definitely hiyo kitu itakuwa flagged. Andika kwa nguo. Pack hiyo nguo kwa bag, beba suitcase, ingie iskaniwe, wewe umeng'ara suti yako vizuri. Kama mtu anasafiri bora, si tunajua kwenye begi unaenda kutu represent. Unaona? Ni sina mengi ya kusema, mali niko place. Hata sijui nilijipataje huko, anyway, but ni kazi, tutaongea.
Wow. DJ, thanks. I don't know if I'm audible. DJ, thanks. Who was next? Pambazuka. Hi.
Hi guys. Hey, asanteni sana kwa
Oh my God. Let me laugh. Actually, nilikuwa natarajia ikuwe sauti ya boy. I'm sorry for that.
Oh.
Welcome.
Asante. Kumepambazuka. Huko sijui ni saa ngapi. Mi niko in Atlanta, Georgia. Sasa nilikuwa nataka tu kuja hapa kuongea kidogo. It's not directly Adani must go, but it's related, okay? I was in line to shop for some hibiscus leaves. So I was picking hibiscus leaves, putting them in my basket. And this older African American guy with dreadlocks, he saw me taking, he said, leave some for me. So I said, oh, okay, there's plenty for you. He said, oh, where are you from? Are you from Jamaica? I said, no, I'm from Kenya. He's like, he looked at me dead in my eyes. He said, that guy, that man, Ruto, and he started wagging his finger. And I was saying to myself, I hope this guy is not going to say the same thing. Some guy who I met in a parking lot by Lowe's or Home Depot, one of these home development stores, who was praising Ruto. This was just about a month ago. Literally, he was like, oh, that Ruto guy, this, that, the other. No. This guy, he wagged his finger and he said, that Ruto man is evil. Okay? I'm saying to myself, wow, okay, I'm here in the South, Decatur, Georgia, and a tall African American guy with dreadlocks who identifies, he said to me, you know Dedan Kimathi? I said, yes. He said, you know the Mau Mau? I said, of course I know the Mau Mau. He said, that Ruto guy is evil. and he will go and he will die a very bad death. Okay? I was so happy to hear that, because there's no human being who will be able to sustain the amount of outrage, the amount of pain, the amount of torture. This guy started telling me about all those schools are burning down, all those kids are disappearing, all those mass graves. And I said to myself, how did you know this? He said, no, we know. You know, Africa is our homeland and we are following this. So mark my words, tuendelee hivi hivi, okay? Siku za huyu za mwizi ni 40 and he's on day 39. So I just wanted to share that. This Adani deal that he did is one of his other thievery. It's unbelievable that he has not said anything at all about all the high schools that are going up in flames. What the heck? What kind of human being is this? So they stop Adani, yes, hashtag, and noted that I will, share the hashtag and share my thoughts so that we have like a solid hashtag trending. But after we paid and all this, and this is somebody I just met online on as we were checking out. He said, "Do you know Dr. Mumbi?" I said, "Oh, you mean Dr. Mumbi show? She's on YouTube." He said, "Yeah, me and my group, we're following her." So what I am saying this to share that with the internet, with YouTube, the globe has shrunk. Okay, msijione mko huko peke yenu mna fight hii na kupanga kwenda na kuvaa hii na kujificha na kuogopa. No, everyone is aware. So keep up, thank you for hosting the space, and I know Kodsongo is always here, and yeah, tunasaidia kuendelea na hii data provisions. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Welcome, welcome. Actually, the whole world is aware of what's going on in Kenya. Despite the media being compromised, we have other social medias. We have Instagram, TikTok, we have Facebook, Threads, Twitter as well. And this is more convincing because it comes from the people directly from the ground. No one is mediating or being used as a mediator in between, like you can extort or exaggerate. It's what it's happening. The whole world is seeing, and they are already aware that Kenya is occupying JKIA. They don't want Adani, because why would we want Adani if Australia, they refused Adani? If Adani itself, it was refused in its own country, it was rejected. Why Kenya? Don't we have other companies that can come and make deals and agreements with Kenya to run our airport? Why Adani, such a corrupt company? So yeah, everything happening, people can see directly from the ground, a very fresh information from the people who are on the ground. No exaggeration, no extortion. Yeah. So it's 3:30 a.m. The day we have been waiting for, it's finally here. So let's keep pushing the hashtag. Hashtag stop Adani, hashtag sauti ya mwananchi, and include some information as you've been told by Esco Wino Jr. Space ya sauti ya mwananchi is being hosted by KUT Sonko, co-hosted by Binti wa Africa and Tori, of course. Here, so Prince, kindly kuna data support number hapo. Mabonga, wherever he is now, atumi Wi-Fi. Let's support our guy for the space to keep running. Yeah, so Prince, take it up. I saw your hand was up.
Okay, nilikuwa nataka kujibu jamaa amesema kuhusu sioti hapa kuna army sio bla bla bla. Okay, it's true. Ukitoka hapo JK kuna hiyo army, kuna GSU iko next and then there is AP, but sioni kama ati kutakuwa na lazima army kesho, isipokuwa tu ni kawaida tu wale vibaraka vya Ruto, ni polisi tu wanatoka wapo kimbizana na sisi. So kuhusu kuingia pale, naona pikipiki ni bad idea. Kama afadhali basi hata tujikusanye nje alafu tuingie kwa pamoja, ama kama tutatumia kama aidha ni taxi ama ni zile basi zinaingia airport kawaida, zile city hop, ama wale wanatoka town zinapatikana hapo I think ambassador, kuna gari za town za airport hapo direct, and then kwa wale tuko karibu, kama mimi niko side za Utawala, so mimi ni hapa tu na naweza ingia tu mapema kabisa. So sana mimi nitahimiza tu tukue tu kitu kimoja na tukue pamoja wote. So sijui kama tutapanga tushikane tuingie kwa pamoja ama tufanye nini. Hebu mtu nijibu kwa hilo tafadhali.
Sawa, thank you. Paula, thank you very much, Prince Baha. So guys, we still have this question here because I've listened to your opinions and I'll give my opinion of why I think that maybe it might be best to just close for now and then we can reopen. Maandamano itaanza kama what? Let's say 6. Obviously you'll be there before then. Arrive 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Even if you want to go now, please. Lakini sasa, sisi watu wa kushikilia huku nje, for us to be completely 100% active, we need to just stop for maybe an hour or 2 hours so that you can have our full attention when things are really happening. So the question is, Toria, do me and you just stay here and speak to ourselves for the next 4 hours? Because nobody's requesting to speak right now, you know? Like, what do you think?
Ati me and you, we talk.
Ndio, kwani-
It's your
So if the people want the space to be open and there's nobody that's speaking to us other than me and you, what do we do?
Binti unakwanga na majaribu lakini ati me and you for real for the next 4 hours. I thought you said we'll consult with Wanyama, you see if he's gonna host, and we'll see what next. Can you consult with him and you tell us so that we can know kama tutalala ama tutapanda kwa mti tutafute network kama tutafanya nini, you know?
Kama DJ amepanda kwa ukuta.
Binti Toria na hostingi space saa zingine, hata kwanza Toria na hostingi space at some ungodly hours. So lakini Toria ni wetu wa huku, so I'd prefer mtu wa nje host, mtu wa diaspora host. Tafadhali. Toria anaweza kujua juu hii story ni serious. Unaona vile hasa Adani ni rough, so I'd prefer someone where
Wait, simgoje. Binti anaweza host pia, binti ako diaspora. Nasema binti ako diaspora anaweza host, mi naweza msaidia kuco-host. Binti. Anyway, lakini wacha
waongee. By the way, what's wrong with you? Mimi niko wrong guy.
So, wacha waongee na sauti ya mwana. Okay, it's not about ati nani yako diaspora ama nani hayuko. As long as umeshajituma kupigania nchi yako, whatever comes, we'll go with it.
Is there anybody here in the diaspora mwenye anaweza jitolea kuhost for the next couple of hours juu watu watakuwa busy in the next few hours?
So listen, nani, who was speaking? Mtu fulani. When it comes to, let's say 7 o'clock, the usual time for Sauti ya Mwananchi, that's not an issue. My only problem ni he must sign between now and then, because mimi siwezi shikilia for that long. There's something that I really have to do, unfortunately. So that's the only problem. So I can stay for like another hour from now, and then I come in early for the next session. But that time in between, sijui what's going to happen. So mi nasema we just close, alafu tupatane in 3 hours. Lakini if you want to stay, sini sawa tu, just put data for Mabonga and then just stay on the speakers panel.
Binti hadi Wanyama amekuja, si akuja clarify atusaidie huko hadi jameni.
Toria ako sawa. Mimi naona Toria nampatanga hata masiku zingine hata ungodly hours. Anyway, let me see what I can do for Mabonga. Okay, no worries.
Let me try and get in touch with the team. Alafu, I'll come back to you. Give me Taurus, you shikilia for like 2 minutes, and then this is your tester for if you can shikilia 4 hours by yourself.
We binti, but they are time maandamano ilikuwa inaanza. I used to stay for 24 hours nikiwa na KOT. Hey, guy, this nigga. But the KOT amefanya kazi. Where I salute this nigga. Wa
KOT wachana na hey, that guy is a monster. Also you
ni
Toria,
robot
yeke chini. Also Toria is also crazy.
Ai we, ebu focus. Adani must go. Adani must go. That's our main agenda today.
Adani must go, but what? So now, sasa tunakwama hapa, we have speakers. So who is going to hold the space
But
now? Hapo
wait,
ndo ndeka
ngoja
bundle
tu.
zangu.
Aya, eka kwa mabonga,
Hapo ndo
no
mtatuma.
issue. Kama ni mtu wa
Sawa,
diaspora ako na wifi, eka kwa mabonga.
sawa, no issue.
Okay, so I was saying like this.
Siko
Actually, kama kuna
diaspora,
kitu
mimi niko of
inanikia.
course.
Eh?
Mimi siko diaspora, mimi niko hapa.
Sawa. Nani huyu
Namsukumia
anasema
tu.
ako hapa?
So si wote tuko hapa. So okay, sawa, wacha nimsukumie. Anybody else who tumsukumie huyu jamaa because he holds spaces every other. Amechukua break tu jana I think. But he's always here
Hata
Sukumia,
we
sukumia
jana
Mavo.
mabonga amedisappear, nimeshangaa kijana yetu imeenda wapi bwana we. But anyway, let me tell you guys, mi kitu inanifanya ni cheesy ni like, unajua Adani if they get an opportunity to take over, wataanza kunyakua lands zenye ziko within near the airport. Can you imagine that? Wanaanza kugrab lands zetu. Like mi hata si imagine mi nakuja kusachiwa na muindi kaifafa. Ebu warudi kwao. Adani must go. Adani must go. Ruto must go.
Hii story tunasema ati Adani must go, unaweza pata hii story yote hata ni Ruto tu ako undercover, anapusha Adani wako in cahoots, Adani kwe ndio the face, lakini undercover ni Ruto. Tusikie tu all of a sudden Ruto ndio anaonio airport.
You are like, Wakenya mnanifurahishanga, to be honest. Let me ask you guys.
You see,
Yani
probably.
Uhuru
You see,
Kenyatta,
probably. Let us see, probably.
airport.
That is
I have a question guys. Uhuru Kenyatta airport inatumia jina ya babake. Ajai sema anything kuihusu. Amenyamaza tu, amekalisha mwili chini. Anaona tu airport ama amechange jina, ako kwa hiyo deal na jina tofauti, maybe anaitwa Kipsang na hatujui.
Si ako hapo.
Sorry.
To me, I
Yeah.
don't think
Politicians ndio wale
Story ya
wale,
Hamna
Uhuru.
Ruto
habari.
inaweza kuwa hapo.
Hamna habari.
Story ya Uhuru.
Northlands iko na airport.
Story ya
Northlands
Uhuru.
has a very serious airport.
Story ya Uhuru
Hamna
kunyamaza, mimi I understand mbona Uhuru amenyamaza. By the way, mimi the last Uhuru sikumsupport na Ruto pia mimi nilipigia kula Ruto, but Uhuru kunyamaza, I understand. Acheni Uhuru anyamaze. Uhuru alikuwa mtu mbaya, alituongoza vibaya, lakini uongozi ya Ruto is worse 10 times worse than Uhuru. Najua Uhuru aliomba madeni mingi, sikatai, lakini Uhuru alituonya vizuri. Sometimes mimi nilivotia Ruto, sikatai, na Uhuru alituonya and I ignored, but it's one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life. Uhuru alituonya, tuache tu Uhuru anyamaze maze. Juu jamaa sahii anaangalia anasema tu mimi tulikuwa na huyu jamaa miaka 10, nikawambia huyu jamaa ni mtu mbaya, nyinyi mkampigia kura. Sasa mi by the akinyamaza mi namuelewa kabisa, hata sitaki kumchokoza because anasema mlikuwa mnataka kichwa ya punda, ndio kichwa ya punda ndio mko nayo sasa, yenyewe mlikuwa mnataka. Sasa pambaneni na kichwa ya punda, mpike kichwa ya punda mkule wenye mlikuwa mnataka. waje tu wanyamaze kabisa. Hii ni shida yetu, sisi ndio tulijiletea, me included, kabisa 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 kabisa. Uhuru alijitokelezea mpaka akaamua aende Nakuru, aende wapi, lakini hatukumsikiza. Otherwise stop. Hey, no, wengine wanachekacheka. It is true, hatukumsikiza. Otherwise stop Adani, Ruto must go. Sisi hii ni shida yetu, hii ni msiba wetu, msiba wa kujitakia punda. Time yenye tuko na kichwa ya punda, tulikuwa na kichwa ya punda, tulikuwa na kichwa ya punda na kichwa ya kondoo. Pigia kichwa ya punda. Sasa lakini Uhuru nyamaze.
Bro, come slowly. Uhuru alikuwa anasema nini? Uhuru is protecting his interest. Even when he's saying that, he was protecting his interest because he knew Ruto is very ambitious and Ruto will come and try to. Okay, at that time we could not see it, but Ruto will come and try to catch up with him. But Ruto hawezi fikia watu wamekuwa kiiba mali kutoka 1963 mpaka sahii. So you have no idea. Northlands has an airport, not an airstrip, airport, full airport. Kama unataka picha, ingia kwa DM, nitakupea. Full airport.
Mtu fulani, mimi sikataa hiyo yote. I know. Mimi sikataa hizo zote. Mimi sikataa hizo zote.
Skiza, Ruto, when Uhuru was saying what he was saying, he was just trying to guilt trip people from not voting for Ruto because Uhuru had already lost favor. By the way, Mali tuko sahi is exactly where Uhuru was in 2022. Exactly. But this one is even worse than where he was. In fact, Raila and Uhuru were together. So wangeendelea, mimi nilipiga kura knowing hata kama nilipigia Ruto, I knew whoever is coming in is going to have a hard time. But this guy has shown us he's not interested in performing. He's not interested in doing anything. All those things he was saying is just hizo vitu za kusimama kwa gari na kuongea.
No problem,
so,
bro. Me, I get you so well.
This thing,
I get you so well,
this
bro.
thing of saying that Uhuru alituon is nonsense. It's complete nonsense.
It is true.
There's nothing Uhuru said. Uhuru alikuwa anatembea. Me, I'm from Mount Kenya. Uhuru alikuwa anatembea watu. Uhuru amekuja. Watu wanaendelea na shughuli zake. Ati amekuja hapa. He had to mobilize people the way Ruto is mobilizing people now. Ati machifu wanakuja door to door. We kuja, we kuja, nikupee hii tao moja, hii tao mbili, hivi. That's how now it has happened for Ruto earlier than expected. And that's why this handshake has happened even earlier. This handshake was supposed to happen in 2027, but it has come in 2024. So it means we have made progress as Kenyans. We have made a lot of progress. We have shaken up the political tree. And now, you see, this Adani thing was going to go bila sisi kujua. Thanks to Nelson Amenya, ametuambia, and that guy is a hero. That guy is jamani shujaa. On Shujaa Day, by the way, Shujaa Day na come in 2 months from now. Shujaa Day. Mse akumbukwe. And all the other people, from 25th June up to now, mashujaa wote tuko na wengi up to now, na mashujaa wanajitokeza tu pole. Even here I may be talking to shujaas and I don't know what watajitokeza.
I have a question, please, guys. I have a question. Toria. Okay. Kwa watu ambao tuko hapa kwa nataka kuuliza hivi.
Hatukupati vizuri, bro. Tunakupata, your mic is not so good. No, we are not getting you well. We're really struggling to get you. Hatukupati, bro.
Hey, bro,
sorry.
CIA bana. Hii unatapa ama ni nini? What's going on? Your line has a lot of noise.
I'm all alone. Na hakuna kitu nini hapa.
Yeah, that's now better.
So you
You can hear me now?
yeah.
Okay, so I was
Kuna static.
I was asking so after tumeenda JK leo tutashinda huko labda demos and then from there what next, kwa sababu we need a lasting solution isikuwe kama ile ya parliament. Unajua kwa wale tumekuwa kwa hizo maandamano zingine actually okay, we saw what we saw. Mimi kama mimi ukienda kwa cheli yangu utaona tu vitu mob sasa hizo mambo na demo, so we need a lasting solution. Si tuende turudi alafu tunasahau kitu inaendelea, you understand? Kwa sababu unaona kama ile okay, samani kurudi nyuma kidogo ile ya parliament ile siku akia mtu tungekanyaga vizuri hapo tulikuwa tumeweza, but what happened, tulifanya demonstrate and then at the end of the day we came back to our houses. So like kama unapiga mtu alafu unamwambia naye unasimama na unamwambia nipige ama what's your thoughts tafadhali?
Okay, I think according to my thoughts, if the number it's good, if we have a good number which will represent in Occupy JKIA, from there, because we all understand what we are going through as a country, we can decide we go to parliament direct or, hatuwezi kosa way forward as long as we have the number. Numbers are the ones which matters.
Very true, very true.
Na mashida ni mingi. This country has a lot of problems. Now we're even divided. There are many things. There's this Adani shit, there's livestock, there's agriculture, there's Adani wanachukua pia electricity. I don't even know where sijui. I don't know what we're going to do. But let's deal with one problem at a time. Let's see how it goes.
Noted.
Hey, you guys, see we hear from somebody I haven't heard from. Bree, Sasa.
Sana. Poa sana.
How are you? Hashtag stop Adani, ukoaje?
Niko poa na nyinyi? So niko na
Sisi
swali.
surviving.
So niko na swali. Hii deal ikikansoliwa, tuna lose how much?
Hold on, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like if we stop the deal?
If maybe wamesign, deal ikansoliwe, like termination of a contract, how much are we to lose as a country?
Oh, by the way, I don't know. I saw that's what they're trying to say is going to happen, but I haven't seen the actual figures.
So
if anybody has
maybe
the
all
figures,
this, we have to look it at two ways. Hivyo ndivyo nilikuwa nafikiria. Maybe it was intentional for the documents to leak. Maybe the plan was not ati kuuza JKIA. Maybe hii yote ni kutucheza, ndio hizo pesa ikiterminate hiyo contract wagawane. It was just a deal kutucheza. Maybe you have to look at it as two ways. Maybe the goal.
My take on that one, whoever signed that agreement, when the deal is cancelled, yeye abebe hiyo msalaba yake, like asituwekee madeni zingine za upuzi. Tayari sisi tuko na mizigo mkubwa, mbona tuko tuna madeni zingine za ujinga jamani? Ni haki mnaweza kubali kweli? Mwenye alijingisha
kweli. Nasema,
yes.
Ndio nasema maybe the whole purpose ya hii deal hata hasi kuuza JKIA, hata hakuna plan walikuwa waiuze. Maybe the end goal ilikuwa hizo pesa contract terminate wa create hivi, walikuwa wanajua tuta approve, wa create hii approve yenye iko kwa hewa. Maybe I'm looking at two perspectives na sijifanyi genius. Wa create hii ndio contact ikuwe wasema walikuwa sha sign wa contaminate to contract na sisi wa Kenya tulipe hiyo bill. Maybe
umefikiria vizuri sana madam, but I think that was a fail safe. But hii ni kama ilikuwa retirement plan yao, because kitu ilikuwa iende mpaka wakufe. So it was like their retirement plan sort of one. The same way the expressway ni retirement plan ya Uhuru. Si uliona for every 10 shillings expressway inachukua like 4 bob ni Uhuru ama ni 6 bob, I don't know. So Uhuru na watu wao, so hivyo ndio hii nchi iko. This was their retirement plan, na walianza na retirement plan yao mapema. But that is for me, I think it's a fail safe, but you are also very clever and thinking that way. But ikikansoliwa, unajua ni one off, and it will not be cancelled for, hiyo ni pesa kidogo compared to what they'll reap from the 30 years. 30 years watakula na watoto wao, it's generational. Akina Shalini wako sorted. Shalini atakuja huku atukunie mpaka hatutaamini.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you.
but I also think,
Are you
sorry,
trying to say like?
can you hear me? I also think that the deal, sorry, I also think that we don't have to honor, because you see, this is a company. This is not a state. This is a company. There's nothing they can do to us, even if you don't honor. The most they can do is they go to international courts, and those cases stay there for 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 years. Like, we can decide not to honor. This is an individual. This is not a treaty. This is not a government initiative with another government. There's no diplomatic wrangle here. India doesn't like Adani, so we don't have to worry about a diplomatic issue with India. So, like, we can literally just tell the guy we won't pay. Like, the guy can't do anything. We are under no obligation to pay the guy. So even if we, first of all, Parliament will not authorize payment, because if they do that, then wanaogopa tuwakute. So Parliament will not touch this. The only people who can touch this are the CSs and Ruto himself. And if everybody is angry at him, he's not going to wake up and be like, I'm gonna sign another. When he's signing that authorization to send that money, where do you think he will be? Like, this guy, he can't sign the authorization to pay this guy. The CS will be in charge, whether it's Mbadi or whoever. None of them will want to touch that thing. And when it comes to Parliament, no one will want to touch it. The diplomatic issue will not come if you decide not to pay the guy. There's literally nothing he can do.
Hii kitu naweza sema, you should not purport to know anything. Hello.
I think
Should not
if we
purport to
start
know
with
anything.
like
By the way, should not purport to know anything. Let's just stop it and get the facts on the table, because hii kitu nobody knows it clearly. There are leaked documents, but they are not the full ones. We need to know it from start to finish, ndio watu waongee vile. But you were not involved, and it's a very serious asset, JKIA, KAA in general. It's not just JKIA, it's KAA. Mpaka Mombasa, mpaka Eldoret, mpaka Kisumu. But JKIA is the most lucrative, so wanaanza na hiyo. So let's think about it in those terms. Na hii ni kitu ya watu wa Nairobi wajitokezee, because tutaulizwa na hizi kaunti zingine, hii kitu ikienda, mlikuwa wapi? Where were you? Mlifanya nini? Mlikalia matako, mlikalia mkia? That's what we're going to be asked.
But yeah, you're very right. This thing is not just for Jomo. Hey, Kwanzaa, have you seen? There's one clause. Let me even go to that document. There's one thing that says, did you something about the proximity of hold on, give me 1 second. I got it here. Yeah, it says no new competing facility to be constructed in proximity to JKIA by the authority nor any government instrument during this 30-year period. Yani, during this 30-year period that they're going to be here, no new facility, as in no new airports, can compete with JKIA. It can't be built to compete with JKIA. And for the ones that are there, so Kama Wilson, okay, I don't know about the Army one, I'm not sure about that Embakasi one, but I know for Wilson, see, that's proximity, I guess. Any development that's gonna happen has to be passed by Adani first. Yani, they have the right to say yes to it or no to it first before us. Are you crazy? Kwanzaa, what does proximity mean? You know, they can just go. That's very vague. They should have said Sijui within a 20-mile radius, some 50-mile radius. But proximity leaves so much room for error, they might say that
as for now. Today, since we've made this day as Occupy JKIA, what we know is that we were never involved in public participation was never involved in this bullshit. And what we want is our constitutional rights to be adhered to. We are going there because JKIA is a public property. It's not a personal property. And whoever, when you talk about the losses like Bree, you are saying, whoever signed that document will be accountable. We will hold them accountable and they're gonna return the money themselves. As for now, our main aim is that Occupy JKIA and stop Adani. We don't want anything to do with Adani. That's to hear and just know anything about Adani. And mind you, this thing was the person who blew the whistle is abroad. He wasn't in Kenya, who brought the issue. And the senators went deeply and found out it's something that's working. And if they were trying to play with our minds, they couldn't come to the media and say like, the JKIA is not on sale. The other person is saying it's on sale. Even themselves, they are not sure of what they want to tell us. They don't want to come clean. But what we want to inform them is that JKIA is a public property. It's not private. That's it. Or disrupt our minds during the last minute when we are already here, we have the deal is already ishaingiana bana, watu washaanza ku demonstrate, then we are here saying that no, guys, let's focus.
Kwanza, if you're Kwala Liberation, go ahead.
Okay, nilikuwa na cheki hiyo website ya Flight Radar. The last 1 hour sijaona activity yoyote, and as of now hakuna activity yoyote ya ndege inataka kufly, so far so good. Wacha waendelee hivyo hivyo, wenye anaturepresent asubuhi waende tu mapema as usual, ni kukanyaga na kanyaga, hakuna kuachilia. Okay, shukran. Binti, unaweza endelea.
Yeah, me, I was just gonna say, whoever's there, Ama, if you en route, Ama, if you like, whenever you get there, just keep us updated. See you guys, and just keep this space open. Sawa, twende nalo basi. We're gonna keep it open, so send us your whatever news. We'll be a news outlet.
Ni fiti mme keep open because hata watu someone might go there and they're alone, they want to connect with somebody, so